purpose. That's the theme of obviously. So we are making progress, and there's a purpose.
And if we have to talk about making progress, 47 years prior to being an independent state, we were under Britain. We had Connolly, and from there we went to associated statehood. With associated statehood, we had what was called a premier, and from a premier, we know we moved into an independent state in 1978, November 3, and here it is 47 years later. But before we speak of all of the 47 years, the purpose of we being here as Dominicans, Atlee.
Well, yeah, the purpose of us being here is to always recognize that not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Very often, people feel, well, the country must do for them. But you must always remember that you must do something for your country. You must love your country, no matter what. But before I go into it, I want to just first of all look briefly at the World Creole Music Festival that we just celebrated.
Before though, I just want to ask my technical guy, who is Nichols, to see if he can help us to really come live. I'm seeing that I am live via Facebook, but I am on Facebook and I am not seeing it streaming. So Nicole, please help me to see exactly what should be done, because you know that I'm not the expert on that area. So we're happy that we can bring it to the people, both video and that of radio. Yes.
Yeah, I was saying that, you know, we celebrated 25 in terms of the World Music Creole Festival, and I must say it was a spectacular success. Kudos to those persons who first of all did the marketing. First of all, to those persons, we cannot forget those persons who, you know, created the World Music Creole Festival many years ago, 25 years ago, and, to see what happened this year was in fact remarkable. Cecil.
You're correct. When we go back 27 years ago, when the festival was actually established, 2 years, I think 1 year was Hurricane Maria, and the other year was when we had COVID. And so we had 25 years, a 25 edition of the festival, but 27 years of the existence of the festival. And this year, we have seen the growth of the festival, and words are not enough to say to Marva Williams and her team, thank you for a job well done. We have seen the festival grown. We have seen the festival actually bringing people together, building bridges. And we really like to say to the DDA and DFC for a work well done, for the selection of the number of artists, both groups and individuals, for really gracing us with their talent, their abilities, and their entertainment, the way of entertaining us. And it was really something that we as a people, as a Dominican people, can be proud of, to see the growth and to see the investment that government has decided to put into the festival. And as government has always said, it's not about how much money we can make as a government or how much money we spend as a government, but really is to see the strange events that are actually happening around it, and the people coming into Dominica, having to rent homes, rent hotels, rent guest houses, B&Bs, restaurant, guest houses, rentals, vendors, the port. I mean, just name it. We are seeing the ripple effect of the investment of that of central government. And we remembered that the festival started by just 3 days. Then thanks God to Flow Dominica, it was then Cayman Wireless, when they had Flow in the Park, or Cayman Wireless in the Park, or Creole in the Park. Then we have seen now the government, after Maria, the government has now taken it on board, and we are now seeing that there is the TV Lash Creole. And there are so many fringe events around the festival. We have these young people events, I just can't remember all of the names, but we have Prime, we have Gopwell. Look, now we saw Rohina was having one, Creole rag or rag Creole, festival, and quite a number of things are now happening. Yes, last night was Creole in the East, and so we are seeing the festival and its growth.
Yeah, one must remember that the festival is not only about artists coming to perform. As you indicated, there are other fringe activities. First of all, you have to remember the number of persons who arrive very early for the Creole Festival, and that they rent homes, they take guest houses, they go into hotels, they buy food, and there's a lot of activities. In fact, one guy told me he had a little place because persons were not allowed to sell close to the activity, and so most persons went to the bayfront. But he told me that he was close to the cinema in a little coin there, and he sold all his drinks, and so persons, really made money in terms of those who had their little bars, before the activity, during the activity, and quite a number of persons made money.
Oh yes, and it's not only about just the making of the money; it's the kind of relationships that have been made by various people. I want to, I would like to thank the people from Guadeloupe, Martinique, and St. Lucia. When the festival started way back in 1997, we saw these three countries: Guadeloupe, Martinique, and St. Lucia. Guadeloupe and St. Lucia had bigger crowds than that of Martinique. Today we are seeing tons of people from Martinique even taking their private boats coming to Dominica for the festival for the 3 days. And so I need to say thank you to the people and governments of these countries. And I would like to send a message to the organizers of the festival that it is time that we maybe give some kind of greater recognition to these three countries, 2 territories and a country, because as you know, Martinique and Guadeloupe are still under France, so they are still territories of France. But for our case, we can see countries. So I would like to see the people of the festival put something in place for these countries. So I think St. Lucia should get a corner somewhere in the festival. Martinique should get a corner somewhere in the festival. Guadeloupe should get a portion of the festival, and let us see, that kind of engagement. We have now seen Antigua. From the fact that Burning Flames was there, quite a number of Antiguans came down. We have seen Trinidadians here, Bajans are here. Just name it. The people of the Caribbean are all here. And by virtue of the fact now that we saw central government investing in the airport, extending of the runway in Douglas Charles, we have seen much more flights are coming in, both that of Concorde, I think that's the name, and that of American Airline, and that of all of the other airlines that are actually giving us greater opportunities for individuals to arrive in Dominica for the festival. And this year, we would have seen bumpers. I would like to know what the figures this year would have been.
Well, the lady in charge, Mother, I think it is, said, she had not put all the figures together, but from what she was observing, from her observation, the number of persons that came in for the World Creole Music Festival was much more than we had last year.
Definitely.
And you could see it.
You could see it.
Because I was there for the first 2 nights, and I could see on a Friday night. Friday night was really massive. Saturday, well, not to talk about it. It was spectacular. And listening to Sunday night, and when I heard the commentators talking about the number of persons that were there, and in fact, it went beyond 5 o'clock on the
Monday morning.
Sunday and Monday morning.
Monday morning.
That was something else, because when I listened after 5, in the morning, Monday morning, the show was still going on.
And I really want to thank DBS Radio for its kind of coverage that it gave to the festival. The coverage that it gave was one really beyond many people. DBS Radio would have started from the beginning of 8 o'clock and would have ended whenever the festival would have ended. Only on Saturday we ended for the news at 7 o'clock. But we saw on Friday when we started, we went right through. I just want to give kudos to DBS Radio for the kind of work that it actually, or the kind of information that they gave in the coverage of the festival. And so we need to say thank you to people like Sobers Esprit and Daryl Bob, Ivona John Baptist Logie, even Fadul himself, and all Kewana and all the others who would have worked the nights, the free nights of this pulsating rhythm that we received, and Dominicans out of Dominica would have received.
But I also want to thank Wadix, because basically Wadix actually, every Saturday afternoons he highlighted quite a number of the songs, the artists, and I must give kudos to Wadix himself. He was also a master of ceremony and also putting things together. And of course, those persons who really assisted in terms of the backstage, we always never mention Steve Hyacinth and his team, because obviously there's a production manager. Things that you don't see up stage, but in terms of being able to put the activity one after the other, people stay on time, they don't exceed their time, and there's a flow between acts. Because very often when you go to shows, you see a great delay in terms of the activities, and that could get the crowd disorganized. So in other words, it's like having a play where, one behind the other, you don't go over time because you're scheduled. So you don't see those things upstage, but things are happening backstage.
And that's important, for the
production manager.
For any concert. I mean, because the festival is like a concert. I know that there's one artist that tried, a local artist at that, tried to go beyond the time that was expected, asking the crowd. But, as you said, that is something that is orchestrated. And so by virtue of this, time is time. And when your time is up, your time is up.
You have to stay on schedule.
You have to stay on schedule. And
that is part of production.
You're right. So we need to say thank you to the work that Steve Hyacinth and his team actually did backstage to ensure that this activity went on.
Yeah.
Although we saw that the activity went into the wee mornings, started at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and we saw on Saturday beyond 7 o'clock. Beyond 7 o'clock on Saturday, and on Saturday night started again at 8:30, and it went beyond, I think, 8 o'clock. And then on Sunday, the intention was to end, I think, about 4, but we saw that it went on to about 6 on Monday morning, and yet still people found themselves going to work. So congratulations to Marva Williams and her team.
Well, let me tell you that the 25th edition of the World Creole Music Festival in Dominica lived up to its reputation as the Caribbean premier celebration of Creole culture, music, and vibrant energy. Over 3 unforgettable nights, thousands of music lovers from across the globe descended on the island, ready to immerse themselves in a rhythmic journey of bouillon, soca, reggae, dancehall, and more. Did you see the dancehall?
Yes, I saw dancehall.
By my goodness me. I mean, this was something else, man. The queen of the dancehall, that was something else.
Yes.
I mean, it was
as a matter of fact, I saw when the queen of the dancehall came, one of the staff at DBS Radio actually found herself on stage.
Is that so?
Yes.
Did you see that? I never knew, Cecil, that old man had so much rhythm. Did you see a 75-year-old man skilling the fence?
Was he 75 for real?
Yeah, he old man.
I don't think he was 75.
I think he was.
I don't think he was.
And then a young boy come to...
And he beat the young man.
And the young man came to demonstrate his activity in terms of dance hall.
And
the old man came
put him in
to sleep.
In disgrace.
In
disgrace.
So I took heart from that, knowing that I'm in my 70s already. Don't laugh. And then I said to myself, all you young fellas sing.
No, there's chance for you.
The
then.
old man.
There's chance. There's a
lot of chance for me, because that old man kept the reputation of the 70-year-olds alive. He demonstrated to the young boy, you must will and come again. The dance hall will tell him, get off my stage.
Yes.
You're wasting our
time. and she was very clear about that.
Very clear and precise about that. So that was something else.
And so the selection of the Vibes Cartel, I mean, to be quite honest with you, he brought a huge crowd with him. Right. A really huge crowd. He came with his private jet. He said he made his presence be felt in Dominica. And believe you me, he did what many people expected him to do.
Well, the young people love him. They sang his songs. And I must tell you, my act for the night, I'm old school, was Chubby. He resonated. He shows that again, age is only a number.
Yes.
He brought young musicians on stage.
I was very much comfortable with the fact that Chubby could have exhibited his ability not only in the use of the stage, but in his vocal cords. Never changed. I mean, at his age.
At his age.
And I think one of the things that we need to say thank you to Chubby for was the fact that he was able to bring two Caucasian young boys, one at the age of 11, 12, and the other one at the age 13, 14, two brothers. And they were actually dancing in tune to the music of Kada's music, of Chubby. I mean, I saw this little boy on the flute and the other brother on the sax, the alto sax. My God, this was tremendous. This was really showtime. When Wadix, I want to say thank you Wadix, when Wadix brought these two young boys forward so that they could really entertain the crowd. You could have sensed from the back that they were kind of timid, but when they were brought onto the stage forward, I mean, they were they were entertainers.
Very interesting. I must say that I also enjoyed the music of some of the old, well, not old, what I would call the
Jill
artists.
Fountain?
Jill Fountain with Vaval. I like that. You know, he was very good. We also saw the guy from Massac. You know, fella from Midnight, not Midnight.
Halibut.
Halibut was good.
He was from Bescombo.
Henderson, you know, God Henderson lived up. I mean, he played a number of his tunes.
I don't want to use the word Gordon Henderson lived up like as if you were not expecting. Gordon Henderson is an entertainer. He has been around the world entertaining the world. Gordon Henderson, himself and Chubby are almost the same age. I'm sure that they both are about 75. And Gordon was able to live up to the expectation that the persons who came to see Gordon,
that's right,
the French. So Gordon, congratulations to you, kudos to you. The festival is because of some of the things that you would have done many years ago, and so celebrating 25 years or celebrating the 25th edition, Gordon Henderson, you made us proud. You made the people in the Kada's world proud.
That's right.
And I'm sure that Gordon, that you still have plenty more in you. I mean, you used the stage. I mean,
right,
it was.
right.
I mean, it was remarkable to
remarkable.
see.
And not only that, he brought some international musicians as well.
Yes. He has always been doing that in the past.
Who he would have played with. And I liked his saxmen.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah.
The guy really blew well for him. But not forgetting the lady of song.
Ophelia, oh my God. Ophelia, they said that the older the wine, that's what it is. The older the wine, the sweeter the what?
The grapes, the sweeter.
The older the grapes, the sweeter the wine. Ophelia. Yes, it's true that Ophelia is never into the mood of moving up and down the stage, but she moves on the stage with grace.
That's right.
And Ophelia, you had grace. And her voice.
Right. And do you know she forgot lines in a song?
No, but people carried her songs with her.
I mean, Dominic, which has been singing for a very long time. You know she forgot the words.
You know why? It's excitement. This was a huge crowd.
And she said, I stood on stage and I laughed at myself.
And not only that, I'm sure that maybe my good friend Ghost would maybe say, you see, if it happened to the best, what about people like me?
She picked up it. But I also like her song in tribute to the fella, Try, is his name? The African leader.
Yes,
that was a new song.
That was good. That went on well. The crowd itself applauded very loudly for this one. And so Ophelia, we know that from the very beginning in 1997, she was an employee of the NDC, and she felt at that time she had to be on stage, and she was. And you are seeing on the 25th edition, Ophelia is still there, like Gordon Henderson and the others.
But another one who stole my heart, and really, man, they're getting better with age. Steel Balls.
Oh my God! I mean, I was there with Steel Balls along with every song that they sang. I mean, I'm a guy of the old age, and I am making a bid for next year. Marva, I am making a bid for next year that I would like to see 2 reggae bands. One, we can reinvent the wheel to get them together. That is Musical Youth. Please, Marva. Try your best to bring Musical Youth, because every song that they would have sung, I would have been in tune with them, like I did in Steel Balls. And the next one is Third World.
Third World, yeah.
I would, Marva, please.
Third World.
Please, Marva. For those of us who were young boys in the 80s, would have heard Steel Balls, would have heard Musical Youth, I mean,
and Third World.
And the only song I was disappointed I didn't hear from
Steel Balls
was that one, that popular one of mine. Oh my God, who could I forget this one?
You'll get it, man, in time. But they gave me all the songs, basically, that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Hearing them. And they're moving quite
well.
There was
one that they didn't give me, and I try to remember, but really and truly.
And the guy is still good. He's still moving around. They're very energetic, man. He's like Strawberry, man. He's getting better with age.
And Vogo was really good. Okay. The girls sang along. He's a guy for the girls. So maybe next year Chris Martin should be here.
Right.
Chris Martin should be here.
You like Chris Martin as well. But yes. the guy also, man, he's getting better as well with his acts. The Bouillon Boss.
We're coming to that. We're coming down the line.
Yeah.
And so Vogo, I think, he was really, really good. I want to see how proud I was of the fact that our girls kept to the tunes. They sang along, they danced along, Lovers Rock. I mean that was brilliant. So next year again, I'm making a bid for another Lovers Rock and that of Chris Martin. I hope that we can get those.
You like Chris?
And as I said, I would really like to get that English group, the young English group at that time. I'm 16. I'm a bullet in her heart. I really would like,
okay, very good. So you make
pass the Dutchie on the left hand side. I just want, to get these guys.
What about our boys?
So coming to our boys, I want to say to Marva and the DFC, thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for making the bouillon now accepted worldwide. And so we saw the individuals night after night, and every night we saw the bouillon guys. And night after night, I saw our Dominican young boys, who some people before would have said are not ready for the international stage. The World Creole Music Festival is one of the biggest stage, if not the biggest stage in the region. And to see how our young guys were able, I can't call them by name, some of the names I just can't remember.
Right.
But those young men, Nice, Trilogy, Ridge. Ridge was a class of his own.
Okay.
Ridge was a class of his own, and Ridge, I want to thank you so much for really building and helping in the production of the bouillon music. And Friday night, you kept to your promise to Dominicans, and really we have something that we can be proud of. I try to tell people that I'm trying to wonder if in those days of Kadas, if our Kadas bands would have performed like how we saw those guys. I mean, Dominica, I'm sure you have met these guys, and I'm sure that the world has been accepting them now, and we can almost be sure that a number of these guys are not going to get gigs. Now, the group WCK, sorry, Triple K. Unfortunately, I was tired. I could not have stayed 6:30. I left at 6:31.
Wow.
I could not have stayed later than that.
Wow.
I was tired. I'm getting of age.
Yeah.
I had to go home for some rest. And
From all reports,
so I did not see the Triple K, but from all reports,
they were good.
they were good.
Mm-hmm.
They were really good. And as a matter of fact, I remember in the early days of the World Creole Music Festival, it was the WCK that we saw every year on stage. Now, from way back as 2005, I think about, we have had the Triple K on stage every festival.
Every festival.
And that is confidence that we have had in the band, and what it has done for young people, and what it has done for the musical industry, the bouillon industry here in Dominica. Then we had this young guy. I mean, he's amazing. Of the Signal Band, Shelly Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is amazing. Not just the guy, the band. I mean, the band is amazing, and I can guarantee you that the Signal Band is going to get gigs all through next year.
Good.
They are an amazing group.
Then let me tell you
Yes.
that I was very impressed also with Serenade for a band who had not played for a while.
Oh yes.
Let us not forget them, the band from the area of Point Michel. And they were quite good. I mean, the horn section came strong. You know, and the music.
No,
that
he
they
was
played,
good.
He was very good. So let's hope that they move from strength to strength.
What I would have liked is to see Serenade along with Rory. I'm sorry. Along with Rohi. I'd have liked to see Rohi, you know, in the front together with Lloydie, you know. But that wasn't possible. But yes, it was great.
Very, very good. So when you're playing on a stage with all the international artists, you must say, you know, you have to raise your standard. You have to perform.
Yes.
The band from Trinidad.
You talk about Kes?
Right, yeah, very good. That band impressed me.
I don't
Did
know.
you see them?
I saw Kes. There was also this other band from Trinidad. I'm trying to. Oh my God! You see, I'm so much not into the soca world.
Yeah,
you know?
it was very good.
But they were also good.
I enjoyed the
husband and
soca
wife.
music.
I think, yeah, they were good.
Very,
very good.
They played good
Yeah.
music. The music was
Clean.
and the people.
Oh yes, we
enjoyed
need to say thank you to the songmen. I mean the engineers.
The engineers.
I mean, before we used to talk quite a lot about the bouillon music and its quality.
The quality of sound.
This year we saw and heard a different quality in the bouillon music.
Yeah.
And I just want to say kudos to the songmen. The engineers. Let's put it that way.
Right,
the engineers.
They did well.
You all did a very good job. Fantastic job.
Very well.
And kudos to you. And Mava, everything went well.
And let's give kudos also to the crowd. They behaved.
Oh, they're always behaving.
Well, they behaved.
They're always
For me,
behaving.
You know, some of the young
but
people
where would
can
you
be
get a crowd of over 15,000 people?
They behaved.
And everybody's calm, everybody's
it was
enjoying themselves, everybody have their flags.
Right. And let me say kudos to the police.
Yes.
And the persons who did everything to ensure that the patrons feel safe in the venue, and all the time you heard the comments being made or broadcast in case of emergency. That's what has to be done. They were very good.
Yes.
You know, when the police do a good work, we have got to give them.
And we have to also say thank you to the security officers,
security people,
who actually secured everybody along.
Yeah.
The groups or the group that was hired to do the security.
Right.
I want to say I can remove my hats off to you all. Fantastic job. Especially looking at the VIP areas, the OPM VIP. The security there was on point.
Very good.
We saw quite a number of dignitaries from around the world. One of our special dignitary was that of the Prime Minister of Antigua.
Yes.
He came. He was there for 2 nights. He ensured that he saw his band, knowing that he named the highway after the Burning Flames.
Burning Flames. How you found them?
They were very good. They rolled back the time, my brother. They rolled back. The only thing they didn't give us a bicycle. I think a bicycle ride up.
Bicycle.
Ride up. I don't think they gave us that one. But
Okay.
the Burning Flames, remember Dominica was their home.
Yeah.
So they had no other choice. And as I always say to people, I love history. Dominica was the first place
That's
to
right.
open their doors to the Burning Flames.
Yeah, they played on our carnival.
We talk about carnival, my brother. Norman later have to take praise for that. I remember as a boy,
I jumped in their band.
in the early 80s.
80s, yes.
In the early 80s.
That's right.
The Swinging Stars used to have in the grotto, in the grotto, the new grotto, not the old grotto. The grotto where now the grammar school is.
Right, the back.
Where at the back of the old grammar school.
Old grammar school.
But now the present grammar school is
At
there.
the back of the technical wing.
At the back of the technical wing, or the old where the grotto home was.
Yes.
Well, these guys came here. I remember the drummer had a big afro, and Uncle himself had a big afro on the guitar. That in those days they were playing some kind of spoogey kind of thing, not into their groovy thing. They came from a church. There was 2 brothers and a cousin came from a church.
Okay.
They broke off from the church, and a lot of people may have forgotten that. But Norman later, you were the first to bring in
Burning
Flames. Then Nix with Solas Maglaw and the others brought in the Burning Flames every carnival, and they were in competition with the WCK and the first serenade at the port every carnival.
That's right.
So I remember those
You're
days.
party man.
But what you talking about? I was such a party man in those days that I remembered going to Santa Roma. Guys like Totes and a few of us used to go to Santa Roma. This Astafans guy, Pierre Astafans, not Tony, Pierre Astafans, and a few other guys. I don't want to call too many names.
Yeah.
And we used to wait when guys cook their broth
And
pass at the back
and take it.
and Totes was the chief of that guy. Totes guy.
I know.
You know Totes?
Oh, man, the guy in Bath Estate.
Right.
Yeah.
And Totes and another guy. I'm not going to
Don't call names. they would.
Totes don't mind I call his name. They would go
hijack.
and they would hijack the bomb. Well, I can call his name, man. Sweet Roy.
Sweet Roy.
Sweet Roy and Totes. And I'm a young boy, following those big
Those
men
gigs,
there.
right.
And those guys would take, I don't use the word thief, they would take that bomb. And when man looking for bomb, man finish eat bomb, man finish eat food.
Yeah.
So guys like Pierre Astafans and all was in that.
Right.
Them guys
Those
were
were
in
the
that.
days.
These were the days. Carnival time,
But
So-
it was great, man.
But it was great time.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
But I must say, by and large, when I look at the festival and the product, in terms of what we delivered, we did a world-class event.
It was a world-class event. We have been doing that for a while now.
World-class event.
We know that St. Lucia has its jazz. Jazz, it's a class of its own. We know that Jamaica has its reggae sunsplash. We know that St. Kitts has its musical festival. We know Barbados has its own too.
Right.
But I'm sure everyone can tell you that all musicians are trying to get onto the World Creole Music Festival.
Let's not forget our girl, Michael Henderson.
Oh my God! How could I forget Miguel?
Yeah, she was very good.
How could I forget Miguel came in, and I like the repertoire that she gave to Jeff Joseph and someone else. She was amazing. I mean, Miguel.
She's going from strength to strength. As you know, she's performed in some of the international events.
Yes.
She just came
And she would have seen those
from
things.
England
Yeah.
and in, I think, Belgium it was, where she did some gigs. Not forgetting our group from Guadeloupe, Kassav.
Oh my God. Some persons came to already look on Kassav to see if there's the same Kassav. My brother. People never stopped dancing to the music of Kassav. From the time they came on stage, Kassav was huge. And Kassav has a great following in Dominica. I should say in the Caribbean. I mean, whether or not you can speak the English, you can speak the French, or sing the Creole, Kassav can cause you to rock. And Kassav, yes, you did us proud.
Very good. The names, let me just call a few quickly. The energy stayed sky high as the Boyo Assembly brought the Fire Ebony Empress, Fiahi, Jikels, Kenny G, DJ MG, Roy Kwan, Little Boy, Ridge, and Pudas.
These are all Dominicans who sang the Buyo music and made us proud. Listen, I saw people actually stayed for those guys. The sun was up and people came out for those guys. I mean, that was amazing.
Pudas was good.
Pudas was good.
You know, and you can see the young artists are really evolving, eh? But let us not forget his scintillating performance of the Bouillon Boss.
Oh my God.
Issa Banton. He closed the night in a spectacular fashion, making a dramatic entrance by descending via crane from above the stage.
That's bravery.
Issa had the crowd screaming before he even touched down. His high-powered set carried the fans straight into daybreak, wrapping out an unforgettable second night of the World Creole Music Festival.
Man, Issa, I hope you had high insurance, if anything happened.
Did you see the crane?
You asked me if I saw the crane. I wasn't going anywhere before I saw Issa do what he had to do. I stayed to the end of Issa and then went down to the bayfront.
Okay.
I mean, I would not have not seen Issa. I saw the crane at the back and I said, I can guarantee myself. Everybody who was around me, I told him I can guarantee myself
that he's coming.
That Issa was going to go on this crane. I knew that Issa was going to do that.
He's a brave man, eh?
Oh, that's why, let me tell you. Issa more than brave. Issa was higher than the financial center.
Right. Did he give them the water and the powder? And
give them everything. He gave them everything.
And the French, my boy.
Oh my God.
They like the powder.
Yes.
They like the water.
They like the water.
They like everything Issa throwing at them.
They like the what you call it, the paper.
The paper coming from the sky.
Yes. No. Send that up in the air, man.
Yeah, boy.
I mean, Issa was
magnificent.
Yes, he was.
So the second night was really, really fantastic. So all 3 nights?
All 3 nights were bumper. And you know, the second night, 25, 25, 25. Did you see that? Did you see that? 25, 25, 25?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my God, you missed the skies. Drones.
Oh yes,
the drones.
Oh man, the writing in the sky.
Marvel,
this is a new technology.
Marvel, you need to come and tell people how that happened.
With the bird and the plane and
these were drones. These were drones. These were drones actually doing this display in the air. I mean, this was...
And people were spellbound, you know.
I was spellbound when we all saw 25, 25, 25 in the air.
In the air. And the flowers.
And we saw the Dominica's flag.
Yes.
The Dominica Cicero parrot. I mean, it was amazing. I would like to know who are these people who did that.
It was creative.
It was very creative. And whoever thought of it, kudos to you. Whoever thought of it, congratulations to you. Whoever thought of it, I mean, brilliant idea.
Brilliant idea. So it seems to me we are creating new technology.
Marva is putting the Caribbean entertainment into a different gear.
In a different gear.
Marva, it was good that you left where you were and you came where you are.
Right.
But you know what? Saying all of this, let us not forget an important guy in the life of Marva, Val Coffey. Val saw something in Marva many moons ago and brought Marva.
You mean now Deacon Val?
Deacon Val, who was then the DDA, DFC boss.
Okay.
Brought Marva in and trained Marva. Marva went back and studied. And see what Marva is doing today.
She's gone
Marva
today.
is amazing.
So out of the retirement of Val Bull Coffey, who is now Dean, will be praying right now. And so Marva has now taken the mantle.
Someone said that I really like Pudas, like his style. I believe not too long from now, some big producers out of here will be recognized. Maybe some American producer. So this person say maybe some American producer might see. You know, he said he liked what Pudas did.
Yeah.
But he's saying that some big producer will come soon from us.
That fella Pudas is no easy man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the guys with the modern music.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't hear it. Did we had any nasty business now?
What you got to talking about now? I mean,
I mean, I saw.
I
I
mean,
saw.
I heard one of, I heard, what's his name? Ridge said, well, they told us, be sensitive about our music.
Our music.
No nasty business.
No nasty.
And he said, you know what? I heard someone do a little nasty business.
You mean
so I have to do a little. I have to do a little. He said, I have to do a little bit. And he managed it well.
He managed
it well. You know.
Yeah.
He managed it well.
But that's a new well, it's part of the actor. You have to manage it, the language and so on. Well, I guess they're learning. And
the VVIP. I never went there, but I heard it was amazing. It was tremendous. I mean, it was a huge crowd, I understood.
Right.
A huge crowd.
Right.
Can you imagine people are willing to pay $2,000 to the VVIP?
How much?
2,000 and plus.
2,000?
That's what I understood. I'm not so sure. I don't want to be spreading rumors.
Yeah, but I heard all the tickets went out.
All the tickets sold out. Everyone.
Everyone.
So I can imagine next year they should be given again the opportunity to host.
Well, we have.
There's an area called Platinum.
Platinum. But you notice that they're Wool Boss now. Fellas will say Wool Boss 1,
Wool Boss 2, Wool Boss 3. So they said there's Antigua Wool Boss. They said there's Dominica Wool Boss, and there's the Wool Boss Vibes Cartel in Dominica. So there were free Wool Boss in Dominica.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Free big crafts.
Free big Wool Boss in Dominica.
We bought.
What, can you imagine?
Free Wool Boss hit the stage at one time.
Oh, let me tell you.
We did well. We did well.
Dominica did well.
Very well.
And I'm proud for what we were able to do.
Well, let's say that I was proud of the Free Wool Bosses.
Yes.
They put their acts together, and I saw one of the Wool Boss just moving around all over the place. Wool Boss moving up stage. Wool Boss moving in the yard. Wool Boss moving up all the different areas.
The truth about it, Roosevelt Scout is loved.
I saw the Wool Boss moving up and down.
He's loved. I had an opportunity to walk through and with him, and I saw how people really gravitated towards him.
The Wool Boss.
So I just want to say he's well known, well loved.
And he came to the shows.
Yes, and he came to the shows.
I saw him
all 3 nights.
All 3 nights.
That was good. You know.
So by and large,
which means that he's putting his mouth where his money is.
Right.
Because remember, his government actually is the headline sponsor of the show. You know, so they invest into the activity.
It was very successful. And let me say, thank God for the weather.
Yes.
Because I remember last year, boy, it was raining.
Yes.
When I saw the rain, I said, "Wow."
But you know what?
But the weather just, and there was a hurricane in the area.
Yes. And you know what?
Jamaica,
you know what?
I was amazed to see how the weather.
You know what was brilliant was the fact that we were hearing that the ferry was having problems, and people found themselves having their private boats, private catamarans, private speeding boats, private dinghies, coming to Dominica in numbers.
Right.
They came in numbers.
Right.
I mean that for me was amazing.
Well, I saw the man himself. I didn't know the guy. He said, "Boy, Brain, I had to do everything to get the ferry to come."
Yes.
I saw the big man, and he told me, "Boy, ferry work."
It worked.
Ferry bring down people.
Yes.
The ferry came on in time.
And tonight it's still a big crowd, going back home, St. Lucia, Martinique, a big crowd still tonight.
Big crowd. So by and large, one can say the World Creole Music Festival 25 in 25.
25 in 25.
It was spectacular.
Yes.
And kudos to everyone who made it successful, and Dominica needs to take a bow.
Yes.
I was very pleased with it.
I'm very proud of what we produce as a small developing state.
Yeah.
And that speaks volumes of our ability
to manage.
And the calmness of Marva and Miss Andrew and Nick and Monel. These people were so calm. They were just speaking of what they believed in.
Right.
And the other people behind the scenes, the volunteers. I can't forget the volunteers, the waiters and the waiter.
All the people who, well, obviously we have to give some of them some praise too, especially those who catered.
Yes,
the caterers. Did you see them moving up and down with their and moving
Oh,
up and moving down and moving
yes.
in and out.
Well,
you
I
know.
happen to have been
The
in the, I happen to have
caterers.
been in the OPM,
Right.
and the catering was on top of the world.
Let me give you a joke.
Can you imagine you get shrimps?
Shrimps. But what I must say something. When I went to the bar, I said I would like a Johnny Walker.
They ask you if it's chocolate. They ask you if it's chocolate or if it's black.
They asked me if it's purple, green,
Yes.
orange.
No red. I saw no red.
So I tell the lady, let me tell you something. Now. All them kind of callers you calling me, one thing I know, is the Johnny Walker,
Yes. There was
Them
no
kind
red.
of, them kind of thing you
There was
calling me
chocolate.
is not for
There
me.
was
you know.
yellow. There was blue. There was black. Black was the lowest.
So I went for the one I'm accustomed with.
Which one? The black?
No, man. The liquor
chocolate?
one. It's a liquor red one, man.
Oh.
But there were all kind of things, man.
Yeah.
So I must say they did their best to keep.
We saw the Venezuelan embassy
Yeah.
representatives, the Chinese also.
The Chinese came.
Yeah, quite a number of the foreign dignitaries were here.
Right.
People with the diplomatic corps were all in the VIP,
yeah.
OPM VIP.
Right.
And I just want to tell them thank you for the confidence that they themselves
Right.
place in our culture and to make themselves present.
Very, very
You know,
true. Very
it
true.
was really, really good. You know,
Well, Cecil,
Yes.
we're looking forward to 26.
26, 25 is no. Let's say we call
We
it
are 25
26
and
26.
26. By the way, you heard a call for, and I need to raise it here, for certain things to be named after Fitzroy, after Gordon, after certain icons in the music of in the musical world, those who created music for us.
Yes.
That something should be named after them.
Mhm.
Well, I heard Wadix making that call. I would go along with you, Wadix, because I think at certain times we need to begin to recognize our icons. They'll not be there with us. Something should be named after Chubby too.
Mhm. I want to agree.
Chubby.
I remember as mayor of the city of Roseau, I had this inclination of trying to name some streets
Right.
after people, but the process of getting these things done, it's too much too much
To
tip.
Baroque. I think we need to name a street in Granby.
Yes, after
Something
Chubby.
after Chubby.
I think the entrance of Granby should name after Chubby.
We should name something
I
after
think
Chubby in
the
Granby.
same way we can say E.O. Libla Highway.
Right.
I think when the highway is finished, when they're finished building these
Right.
roads,
We should name something
they
after
should
him.
name it after Chubby.
Chubby, yes.
From the bridge
From the
in
bridge.
Bellevue Chopin,
Yeah, the
going
Chubby.
down to Granby,
Yeah,
it should be
Chubby.
named Chubby Highway.
Chubby
We
Highway.
are making that call today.
Yes.
Roosevelt Skerritt, my friend,
Yeah.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt, the Honorable Prime Minister of Dominica,
Yeah, make
we are
that.
calling on you and the Ministry of Culture. Let us make that area of the South.
Yeah.
When we reach that Bellevue Road,
Bellevue Road.
going into
Chubby
Granby,
Highway.
it should be
Chubby.
called Chubby Highway.
Chubby Highway.
Yeah.
We should name it.
And should name it after Chubby.
Right.
And name something after the brother
Yeah.
inside of Granby.
Inside of Granby.
We have Matutus Park. We have Pierre Charles Secondary School.
Right.
Something should be named
After the great
Chubby.
icon of Chubby.
Because Chubby is,
An icon.
it's an icon. In Portsmouth, who knows? We can name something after
A garden.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we called once upon a time the Queen Mary Street, Independence Street. I was going to say we could name that street after Fitzroy Henderson, Fitzroy Williams,
Fitzroy.
but we can rename Bath Road because he lived in the junction of Bath Road and Queen Mary Street or Independence Street as we normally call it
Right.
now.
We could name.
So
that.
I think we can name Bath Road after Fitzroy. He's gone.
Yeah.
He has contributed quite a
bit
lot
to music.
in music. That something should be named after him. I believe too the name Bells Combo. Something should be named in Maho, Massac, after Bells Combo.
Yes, yes.
I think it is time that we now become more
Conscious.
patriotic.
What about our good friend, the great master himself who was passed on? Our good friend, Mochebion Sukuya.
Jeff Joe.
Yeah.
Something should be named. As a matter of fact, I can tell you quite a number of people from Martinique. Every time they come to Dominica, I had a group this year. Whenever they come to Dominica, they visit the tomb of Jeff Joseph.
Yeah, we should name something.
So I think the council in St. Joseph should name something after Jeff Joe.
Yeah.
I think too long that we are delaying
Yeah.
on this progressive
Move.
concept. This move. We need to start identifying people. Yes, we have Vanos House. Yes, we have Eolibla Highway.
Right.
Yes, we have Liverpool Highway. I think soon they're going to be naming the bridge. The bridge getting out of Roseau after Sean Alfred. I think it's in time that we do that. That should be done. We have enough bridges that we can maybe name certain people after the bridges.
Them, yeah.
It's
time.
I mean, it's time.
Let's do it.
Let's do something about that.
Let's do it on our 47th year of our independence.
If we're talking about progress
and
and the purpose, progress,
you took it from me.
And purpose, my honorable Prime Minister, I put under pressure tonight. On the progress and purpose, that's our theme for our 47
years.
Yeah, let us make it our business to identify that progress among people,
right,
and let us take that purpose of development and naming our icons after these people.
That's
right.
It's time.
It's time.
So the theme is appropriate.
The theme
47
is appropriate.
years of progress and purpose. Put it to work.
It would be nice, it would be nice. Today I was saying, right, I went to Penville and then to Calibishi. I want to say kudos to the people of Calibishi. I have never realized in Calibishi that there are so many guest houses, bread and breakfast. I have never realized that there are so many restaurants. I never realized that there are so many guest houses.
Right.
I mean, Calibishi is a thriving place.
You know what I think?
Uh-huh.
Even in Calibishi, a man who did a lot to promote the beauty of Calibishi, a man who did a lot of work in community development. We need to find something for him.
Thomas Sylvester Joseph?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
yes.
care what people say.
Well,
I know him for Calibishi, and the beautification of Calibishi was always a pride for me.
Well, maybe he wasn't educated, but he believed quite a lot in education.
And education.
So maybe we can name the school.
The
new school that has been built.
Something after him.
The new school that has been built in Calibishi.
Forget everything.
I think it can be named after him.
Something should be named after him.
Minister of Education, I hope that you're hearing our voice.
He was good.
Yeah, he was good.
He made his contribution.
Yeah, he made a very good contribution. He was one of the pioneers of community development. So I think we can name
something after
the school. I would like to name the school after him.
Yeah, something
in Calibishi.
Something after him.
But Calibishi, I can tell, is thriving. The action, as a matter of fact, I was told by my cousin today that they are preparing for next month and into January in reference to visitors, because Calibishi is a place where visitors are
a beautiful
actually
community.
going. I mean, what amazed me the most, and I said that is a tourist attraction where people are actually walking long distances into the seashore, from the seashore. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
To where the waves are breaking. For me, that's a tourist attraction. I saw young boys and men today actually taking the nets and going and catch brigo and VO and Kong and even, what do you call that fish? There's a fish, I'm trying to remember, to catch other fish. I mean, this place is, the people who are living there may not see it, but as a visitor who entered there and who was there for a day, I can tell you what I saw in Calibishi. The meals, the preparation of the meals at the restaurant, it's amazing. Yeah. The guest house. And I think what Calibishi should be doing now is maybe every 2-3 months, create something for people from Roseau and other parts of Dominica to come in to visit. Because what is amazing is the fact that in Calibishi, there is space for everybody. There's enough guest house, enough bread and breakfast, enough hotel space, enough restaurant. It's just amazing. And the people are wonderful.
Very warm. Very warm.
The people are wonderful. And I said quietly tonight, I will have made mention of that. Good evening to you, John Loblack.
Right, very good. What I find as well, they have a very nice, what I call environmental area.
Yes.
The Red Rock.
Yes. I didn't have the chance to go and visit the Red Rock.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I said I'm making it my duty again to visit Calabishi for a day.
Right.
And I intend to visit a few areas because I understood. And can you imagine I'm in Roseau and I'm supposed to be involved in the whole promotion of Dominica, and I did not know that in Calabishi that there is a gin factory. A gin factory. I know of the Woodfordale vodka factory. I don't know if you know of that.
I know that.
Boldface. It's called, anyone who knows of Boldface will tell you. It's a Dominican vodka. And I don't drink alcohol, but I understood that it's just like the vodkas in Russia.
I saw it in I saw the NDC promotions that they had.
Mm-hmm. And to tell me the gin, I mean, that is done in Calabishi. I mean, the way that the people of Calabishi are speaking of it, I am going to make it my business to visit there. I was also told of another place in Concord that is out of the world.
What are they making there?
Boy, I'm trying to remember what they told me.
Where they make the chocolate?
The chocolate is also done in Calabishi. The chocolate is also done in Calabishi.
Okay.
So can you imagine? Can you imagine? So I'm asking the people of Calabishi. I am asking a group from Calabishi to come together, establish something. There's a bar. There's a huge bar and restaurant that has some real sweet, loud music. And I think they should take the lead of or even all the people who are actually doing the bread and breakfast and the B&Bs.
Good.
The guest houses, the owners of this thing. It's all for you. I would like that.
Promote it.
I would like that all of you will come together and every 2-3 months create something that visitors or us don't leave it only for Caucasians. Don't only leave it for Guadeloupe people. As a matter of fact, when I came there, I saw quite a number of people from Guadeloupe there.
Right.
They came for what is called the Wato. Wato has also been a big thing.
What is that Wato?
Wato is where you can go by a riverside and cook your own food. The organizers give you your bombs, or your utensils, sorry, and your cutleries, and they provide the foods, the meat, and you go there and you boil your food in freestones, on the freestones.
Wow.
I mean, that's
a new thing, man.
it's been around for a while, and this year also have been in Calabishi, but because of the heavy rains, it really had to be postponed. I think tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow, and I'm not so sure what will be the turnout, because I intended to have been there
For the Wato.
yesterday.
But that's quite romantic, man.
Oh my
you bring
God.
your woman there.
Well,
You get
it's
free
not
stones.
it's not
Or your,
necessarily about it's not
or your husband or your wife.
it's not about
Well,
a woman. It's a family
Well, you bring
treat.
you bring your
You
family.
have groups. You have groups. You know, you have groups.
But
and
even
you
you
can,
yourself, it's a very nice concept
Yeah.
where you can go with your free stones. They give you your thing. You cook. It's romantic, man. You go and do your Watu, man. Go on the beach, do your Watu.
Someone said, "I am home in Calabishi. Love it today. Love it today. Love to okay." A guy said to me, "He's in Calabishi, so he's hearing us." And
That's a wonderful concept.
and what I like about the fact is the shops are not closed. I mean, in Roseau, you find people go to the KFC to get their lunch or their breakfast. In Calabishi, the restaurant are actually opened.
That is good.
Actually open to serve you
Your local
with your local food.
That is good.
I mean, and the prices are right.
Very good. Very good.
The prices are right.
Right.
Can you imagine you get a good dinner for $55?
I must go and join that Watu, man. Give me
outside-
my breadfruit.
Outside of the Watu, you can get yourself to Calabishi.
I get myself to
And,
get
and,
my
and I
free
think
stone.
Calabishi, it is time that you all come together, put some group together, and promote that community. I mean,
Yeah.
it is amazing. It is truly amazing.
That's good.
I mean, I went there and I'm not easily wowed.
And you were wowed.
And I was wowed. and what is good about it is, for me, even the housing stock is wonderful.
Yeah, good.
I mean, good homes.
Good homes.
I mean, beautiful homes been built. I mean, spacious.
Spacious.
I mean, it's a community that I think the people in it are not
Right.
seeing the richness in it.
Right. By the way, I know, for instance, not promoting him, the Calypso fella has a nice little place down by the beach too, in Calibishi.
You talking
Web
about
man.
you talking about Web? Well, I'm seeing Web all the time on social media. Promoting.
You have a little hideaway.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
go down.
yeah.
You go down by
He's
the beach.
into real estate.
Yeah, into real estate, but he have a little hideout there by the beach too. And did you see what's taking place whilst you did let your eyes boil your piece? Did you see the school?
Oh yes, I mean it's my business to visit the school.
How is it going?
It's a huge school. It's a huge school. And I said to someone last night, no, yesterday afternoon, sorry, that we heard so much talk about the school. So much talk. And today, when you go there and you see the school, you're amazed.
I haven't seen
And
it
how
yet.
the school has found itself as part of the community. It's not finished, but it has found itself as
Wow.
part of the community. I mean, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
When you enter after you leave the police station and you enter into Calibishi,
Right.
and you see this huge building,
Okay.
and it's an edifice.
Yeah, the feast to behold.
And I really want to thank central government for being very much focused
Focus, right?
and remain steadfast,
Right.
and to ensure that the generation to come
Will benefit.
are going to benefit.
Yeah,
It's and that's why I feel that Sylvester Joseph, who is from Calibishi,
Yeah.
who has
yeah.
contributed quite a lot,
2 years.
the school can be named after him.
Yeah, man. He
know?
did a lot for
Yeah,
education
he-
and community development. Well, Cecil, I'm very, very pleased with the World Creole Music Festival. I'm very pleased with our discussion on this.
Mhm.
And let's begin to think of other things.
Right. I want to say too that we're going to go beyond 12 o'clock, because what we would like people to do at 12 o'clock is to call and to say happy birthday to Dominica, 47.
Okay.
I want us to do that. Let's give Dominica, let's be the first to be on air and to give Dominica its kudos
It's kudos.
and to say congratulations. And we can say so many other things
Right,
after that.
right,
But
right.
I hope that we can get people to call in and
Yeah,
to say
at least
you
until
know,
12 o'clock, until a few minutes after 12. Yeah. Mhm.
No. Let's pedal back according to the band from Antigua, burning
Yeah,
flames. Let's
yeah.
pedal back.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Let's go back. No, I did not visit the Red Rock. I said I'll visit the Red Rock next time, and a few other areas in Calibishi that I need to visit. Let's go back way back as 1967. And in 1967, 1st of March, National Day, that's how it was called then. Surprisingly, it was not on the 3rd of November, but we got it on the 3rd of March. And when we became an associate statehood, it was a sign to get into independence. We saw Grenada in 1974 became an independent state. And between 1974 to 1978, or we can say before November 1978, no other country in the Caribbean became an independent state, subject to correction. But I can't recall anybody after 74. So Grenada, so we got Barbados in 66, Jamaica in 62, Trinidad in 62, Guyana in 64, and so we saw the big Gandhis became independent. So Trinidad, Guyana, Barbados, Jamaica, these countries became an independent state, and all of them became an independent state in the early 60s, mid 60s. And after that, I can't recall any country in the Caribbean becoming an independent state until 1974 under Eric Gary in Grenada. And then Dominica in 1975, during its election campaign at the Salisbury Declaration with
yeah.
Patrick John then as premier. Patrick John as the second premier spoke of Dominica becoming an independent state. Some people felt that it was not possible, it was not going to happen. Some people felt that it was going to become like Guyana because people felt that Guyana was somewhat leaning to the Soviet Union and Cuba, and they felt that Dominica wanting to be like Guyana because Patrick John was in close ally with that of Forbes Burnham, president of Guyana. And just to remind people that Guyana has a president who does not perform an executive position. He's like the prime minister, basically. Guyana does have a prime minister, but not like us. We in the parts of this region have a prime minister. Barbados, when they became an independent state, did not have a president. They had a governor general. Trinidad did not have a president when they became an independent state. They had a governor general. Trinidad, I think in the 70s, established a president, and away from the governor general. Barbados, about 3 years ago, established or they get rid of the governor general, and now the president. They have a president who is the head of state. So all other countries besides Dominica, Trinidad, Barbados, and Guyana are ruled by a governor, or head by a governor general. Dominica was the first country of the Caribbean to have been, the night of independence, to have had a president. Dominica history must be told. Dominica, small Dominica, is the first country of the Caribbean, upon attaining English Caribbean country, upon attaining independence on the 3rd of November, became an independent state and had a president.
Very interesting. Very interesting. But it's very important for us to note that the President of the Commonwealth of Dominica serves as the head of state and symbolizes the unity and continuity of the nation. The President's primary function include representing the country at official events, appointing the Prime Minister, giving assent to legislation, and ensuring the smooth operation of constitutional processes. Though largely ceremonial, the office play a key role in maintaining democratic stability and upholding the Constitution.
That's correct. That's the job of the president.
That is the president's
and
job.
That's important. The president actually appoints the prime minister.
That's right.
From the popular elected members who have won the election.
The majority.
All right. So that's how the president takes the advice upon the advice of those elected members who have won. They will he will then appoint the prime minister.
Prime minister.
Yes.
That's the function.
That's the function of the and many other functions that the president.
Ascending to the acts.
Yes.
When legislation is passed in Parliament, acts, the
president
president
has to sign that.
He has to sign that,
Yes,
or she has to sign it.
So it's an executive president.
President.
Yeah. So I just want us to know and to take that note. I want every child in Dominica to know that Dominica has been the first country to have had a president upon
its independence. That is correct.
And then we had Trinidad, we had Guyana, we had Barbados. So Jamaica, Rasta conscious, they are now talking about
a president,
getting rid of the governor general to have a president.
But let us make it clear also that the president in those countries, like in Barbados, holds the power.
No.
What happens?
No, in Guyana, the president has the power. All right, in Guyana. But
what happens in Barbados?
Just like Dominica. Trinidad,
I know they moved towards a president.
Yes, so they have a president. So the parliament elects
the president.
like we do here.
Okay.
All right, so it's not the same. So you don't go out and outside of Guyana. Guyana, they elect the people.
The people
elect
the
the president.
Okay.
In Trinidad, in
history.
Barbados, in Dominica, it is done by the Parliament.
Parliament elects the president.
Elects the president.
By the way, Cecil, whilst on the question of the president, it's very interesting. How many presidents we've had so far?
Boy, you have me baffled.
How many presidents we've had so far?
You have me baffled.
It's very interesting for us to know what has happened to our how many presidents are we having? Our first president, which is the woman, or we've had other presidents?
We have had one woman president. All right, we know that for a fact. That's a given fact that we have had one woman president. And let me see, we have had Kuzlatig. We have had Fred de Gazon. We have had Jenna Amo. We have had Aurelius Murray. We have had Clarence Signoret. That's how many? 5?
That's 5.
We have had Crispin Sorrento.
That's 6.
We have had Vernon Shaw.
That's 7.
After Vernon Shaw, we had
Nicholas
Liverpool.
That's 8.
That's 8. We have had
Eliud Williams.
That's 9. We have had Charles Savre.
That's 10.
And present now Sylvanie
Burton.
11.
So we've had 11 presidents.
So we've had 11 presidents.
Wow.
We have had 11. You catch me with this one.
We have 11
but
presidents.
I remember the names.
You remember
I remember the names.
Right.
You know, and we all know that Sir Louis Koulslatic was the interim president. And he was interim for a very short time, I think. 16 days, something like that.
16? Wow.
No, I think it's a little bit more than that. He actually was from the 3rd of November to the 16th of what do you call that? 16th of January. Yes,
wow.
that's
short leave.
That's short leave. Yeah, that's all. I know. Kuzlatig was very short leave. He wasn't the only one that was short leave though.
What happened?
You had after Kuzlatig, from the 3rd of November 78 to the 16th of January 79, you had Fred de Gazon, who himself from the 16th of January to the 15th of June.
Why he didn't stay long, man? What happened to Fred?
You remember 79?
Oh, 79.
He left the country. He left the country after this.
Why he escaped or what?
I'm not here to
Did he escape? Did he run away?
I'm not here to decide how he left, if he escaped or if he ran away. I just know that he left the country.
Okay.
And then you had Jenna Amo. Jenna Amo was acting president for a while. He acted from the 21st of July or 21st of June when what's his name? When Fred de Gazon left. Because Fred de Gazon left on the 15th of July. And as I always say to people, right? I remember having that conversation with OG. And I said to OG, you were not prime minister until there was a president. So when we are talking about interim prime minister, we saw that Jenna Amo acted from the 21st of July 1979, 21st of July, when Fred de Gazon left, flew away on the 15th of June. So what happened between the 15th of June to the 21st of June? There was no president, right? Or the 20th of June, there was no president. So I don't understand how people tend to think that there was an interim prime minister on the 29th of May. Pala! Patrick John was still prime minister.
So there was some constitutional mishap then.
Because there has to be a president to give us, as we rightly said a while ago.
The president must be there.
The president has to be.
Or she must be there.
The president has to officiate, has to appoint the prime minister.
So
has to.
Okay.
Has to. And so General Amor acted from 21st of June to the 1979 to the 25th of February 1980.
1980.
And then Aurelius
Marie.
was on from the 25th of February. Realize the same day that the president is off, the same day that you have a new president. So we don't have no
gaps.
No gaps. We only had that gap in 1979.
So as one president goes,
another president has to be right there. So General Amor, as I said, left in 1980, 24th February. Aurelius Marie came on the 25th of February and 1980 and left the position on the 19th of December 1983.
Wow.
All right?
Okay.
That was Aurelius Marie. Then Clarence Signoret. Clarence Signoret came from the 19th of December 1983 to the 25th of October 1993. So Clarence would have done just under 10 years.
10 years.
Just under 10 years.
But
what we can say that he did 2 terms. So Clarence
terms.
would have been the first president
to do 2 terms.
To have done 2 terms. Clarence Signoret would have been the first to do a 2 term. And then Crispin Sorrento came in on the 25th of October 1993. Clarence came in and he left on the 5th of October 1998. So he did 1 term. And sometimes you find the politics of the day, because remember, Parliament is the one appointing a president, and the president is first term. President first term is 5 years, or a term is 5 years, and the Parliament appoints the president. And you'll find that where there are the majority of members, they will always win the ruling of the favor of the president. So most times it's the nay, the hey, the yes, the no's.
The ayes have it.
The ayes have it. So in 1998, the ayes didn't have it for Crispin Sorrento, even if many of us thought that he was a very good president, you know. But on the 5th of October 1998, he ended his stint. Then Vernon Shaw came in 1998 on the 6th of October to the 1st of October the year 2003. Someone wants to speak to us. Let's hear what this person has to say. Good evening to you, caller. Good evening, caller. Good evening, caller. Good evening, caller. Caller, good evening. Good evening. Good evening, caller. Caller, good evening. I suspect that caller has to call us back or what? Good evening to you, caller. I'm not getting the call at all, so I'm sorry about that, caller. So you'll have to call us again, caller. All right. I'm sorry if you want to call us back. I'll be happy. So yes, brain. So Nicholas. So Vernon Shaw, as I said, was from the 6th of October 1998 to 1st of October 1998. Let's hear this, if we can get this call again. Good evening to you, caller. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. Look like you go be the next Lennox Holy Church for Dominica. I have a question for you.
Yes.
How it is that, I don't know if you can answer that nothing hasn't been named a street or something after Patrick John, seeing that he was the first ever Prime Minister of Dominica. Is there any reason why nothing hasn't been named after Patrick John? They named thing after Mary Jr. Charles. They named the airport after the 2 former Prime Ministers. Is there a reason why anything hasn't been named after Patrick, Roland John?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Simple question. I remembered some time ago, during the 70th anniversary this year of the Dominican Labour Party, the Prime Minister of Dominica requested the general public to identify a few iconic areas that can be named after Patrick John. I know some people make mention of the back street. Is it called Back Street? At the back of the stadium.
Okay.
To be named after Patrick John. I know that some persons have mentioned that. So it is in the hands of the central government. I know that, as I said, the Honorable Prime Minister made requests from the general public to get that done.
Okay, yeah, I heard it myself that during the 70th anniversary of the Labour Party, there has been made mention of persons, making suggestions as to, things that could be, or something that could be named after Patrick Jones. So I know that move has been enacted.
Yes. And for sure, I know that something will be named after him.
Yeah.
Outside the football house, as sports.
Right.
The Football Association took that decision.
To name.
All right. And we know of Olibla Highway.
Yeah. Nicholas
Liverpool Highway. We know of
the Eugenia Charles Boulevard.
Mm-hmm. But there's nothing named after OJ yet. There's nothing named after Edison James. We know the airport is named Douglas Charles after both Ruzi and Pierre.
Yeah.
The airport is named after them.
Right.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Out of the 7 leaders that we have had, out of the 7 prime ministers that we have had,
right,
just about 3 prime ministers
have had things
named after them,
mm-hmm.
and 1 chief minister. Our premier. Patrick was also premier. And Olibla was the first. There's nothing named after Baron yet.
Nothing named after
Baron. So when we're talking, we also need to talk about Frank Baron. All of these people, have contributed some way, somehow,
to the
development of Dominica.
So,
yeah. And so we said Eliud Williams from the 17th of September 2012. Before that, we said Vernon Shaw ended on the 1st of October 2003.
Yes.
And Nicholas Liverpool came on the 1st of October 2003 to 17th of September 2012 until he retired. He also was given the opportunity to be given a second term. So he would have been the second individual to have been given a 2-term president. And then from Liverpool, you had Eliud Williams, who was from the 17th of September 2012 to 2nd of October 2013. Charles Savre was the third president who was given a 2-term. And Charles Savre went from the 2nd of October 2013 to 2nd of October 2023. So Charles Savre get date to date. He got 10 years straight, date to date.
10.
Charles Savre from the 2nd of October 2013 to the 2nd of October 2023. And now we have Sylvana Burton, who is as of the 2nd of October 2023 to the present. So that's what we have thus far. And
Sylvana Burton would be the only woman who has been president.
And Sylvana would have been the only woman who would have been president of the Commonwealth of Dominica. And we can say that the longest serving president of Dominica was Charles Savre.
Wow.
We can safely say that. And who served 10 years from October 2nd, as I said, 2013 to 2013. And the shortest serving president was Sir Louis Coulson-Latig.
Right.
During his interim period, he's at independence, serving about 74 days from November 3rd to January 16th. And then Fred Degazo also had a relatively brief official term for around 1 year and 14 days.
13 days.
Yeah, 1 year and 14 days,
Very interesting.
Yeah, and Charles Savre, as I said, holds the record.
Right.
Charlo, you hold the record of the longest serving president.
Right.
That's for the children. I maybe for social study, at the what you call the exams?
The national exam.
The national assessment exam.
Exams, yeah.
That they can give these children this.
Who is the longest
serving president?
President.
Yes, and who's the shortest?
And who's the shortest? Very interesting.
Yes.
Social studies question.
Yeah, that would be
civics
question.
They need to know about the history.
Yeah.
And that is what we are trying to promote as well.
Yeah, and we would have known that the first Prime Minister of Dominica was Patrick Roland John.
Right.
People debate as to the end of Patrick Roland John's tenure. I say that I give him up to the 21st of July, the year 1979. Because although Patrick, this thing is somewhat phony. Patrick on the night of independence became the Prime Minister of Dominica.
Yes.
The 29th of May, we had this upheaval, this unseating of Patrick, as some persons would say.
Yeah.
And so Patrick, on the 29th of May, people are saying that he would have lost power. But as I said, in the absence of the president, and the president putting someone into the interim position, Patrick would have been the president of the Prime Minister of Dominica until the 21st. Because if we read in the document of me in the Hansard, it shows you where Patrick John and Dame Eugenia Charles, Patrick John as Prime Minister and Dame Eugenia Charles as Premier. Sorry, Patrick John as Prime Minister of Dominica and Dame Eugenia Charles as the official opposition leader. They both had to come together with the Bishop of Roseau to agree on the nomination of the president. Remember, I told you the president is being elected. Is being not nominated, but
the majority
appointed by the majority in Parliament. So Dame Eugenia Charles, Patrick John was the Prime Minister. Dame Eugenia Charles as the leader of the opposition. It is in the Hansard. They came together on the 21st of July to determine who was going to be the president of Dominica.
Who did they agree upon?
Jenna Amo. It was a unanimous decision, Jenna Amo.
So then, under the Constitution, in terms of what you're saying, OJ was never interim then?
At the time that they said that OJ was, he wasn't.
But what was he?
I'm not so sure. Patrick was still Prime Minister from what I believe.
He was still a member of Parliament?
OJ?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Patrick, OJ, all of these guys were still members of Parliament.
But he was not, under the Constitution and the way it was done, OJ was only, what would you call him?
They call OJ, I'll tell you, OJ was placed by the National...
The Committee for National Salvation.
The Committee for National Salvation. The Committee for CNN. That's the name? No.
Yes.
Committee for National
CNS.
The Committee for National Salvation, which I think Charles Savre, who was the 10th president of Dominica, I think was heading that committee, subject to correction.
Yes.
Named OJ as the appropriate person for the position. And I've always said that I don't think that OJ was Prime Minister of Dominica until the president was there. That is debatable.
Right, but
I'm going according to the Constitution.
Okay, based on the Constitution.
You know what I'm saying?
Very interesting.
And I will bring it sometime next week, our next togetherness of this nature, to explain to people, to make people see what I'm talking about.
Hansard.
It is in the Hansard of May 1979 and upward. It is in the Hansard. If I knew we were going to discuss that, I would have brought the Hansard. Where we could have discussed that.
We just touched it.
Right. And so we had Patrick John as first Prime Minister. We had OJ as the interim Prime Minister.
Right.
Then we had Dame Eugenia Charles. Patrick, OJ, Dame Eugenia Charles. And from Dame Eugenia Charles, Dame Eugenia Charles came in 1980.
That's right.
June of 1980. And she left, in 1995, her political organization was not re-elected, so she was not Prime Minister. I think she had given up the seat already. She had given up the position she did not make herself available in the 1995 election, and so you had Brian Allen. Brian Allen was then
took the party to elections.
No, did not win the election. The United Workers Party won the election in.
But who took the Freedom Party to elections?
No. Damian Charles, every elections that Damian Charles ran, she won the election from 1980, 85, 90, and
she gave up.
She gave up in 1995. The UWP came in 1995.
Right. So who led the party at the time to the general election was
Brian Allen.
Brian Allen. Good.
And then the Freedom Party got 10 seats. The Labour Party got 10 seats. So what was agreed upon 2.5 years, Labour leadership, Freedom leadership. So Brian Allen was then the official opposition. Then the two last years was given to Rosie Douglas, official opposition leader. And then in 2000, then in 1995, 11 seats was won by the United Workers Party. For the very first time, we saw a party winning an election without the popular votes. That is to say that the Freedom Party would have gotten more votes with its 5 seats than that of the United Workers Party. That's the very first time. But they won 11 seats. So they would have won 11 small seats. Or I should say small population. I'd rather use the word small population. So they would have won Wesley, Marigot, Cassie Bruce, Mont Jean, River Syriac, La Plaine, Salisbury, help me, Vickers, that is 7. Yes. 7.
Senjo?
The one Senjo, that is how many?
8.
8. Where else would they have won? Where else? The Valley.
The Valley, yeah.
That would have been 9.
9. They're missing 2 more.
We're missing 2 more.
La Plaine?
I called La Plaine already.
I can't remember.
We call Wesley.
We'll have to check our historical data.
Yes, but they won 11 seats.
11 seats.
Did not win Roseau Central for sure. And so they won 11 seats.
Right, with a minority.
With
popularity.
With a minority of the votes.
Of the votes.
Votes cast. So the Freedom Party had the popular votes. Popular vote cast. And in 2000, the United Workers Party lost. The Dominican Labour Party had 10 seats. The Freedom Party won 2. Made a coalition with the 2. The Labour Party then got 12. So the coalition brought 12 with Soufriere and Roseau Central. Frank Barron's son won. Frederick Barron won. Soufriere, Scott Seth Gallion, Point Michel.
Right.
And Charles Savre won Roseau Central.
Roseau Central. Okay.
And the Labour Party would have won Granby, Petit Soufriere. Let's take it. Granby, Petit Soufriere, Roseau South.
Roseau South.
And the United Workers Party had won Roseau North.
Roseau North.
Yeah, so that would have helped them.
Yeah.
So the Labour Party would have won Granby.
I can't remember all the seats.
Petit Soufriere.
My records.
They would have won. Freedom Party won Maho. Coolibistry, St. Joseph, and that's when Vince won. That's 5. I said Collier already.
Yes.
Portsmouth, Cottage, Paybush, Vickers, Cassie Bruce. No, Cassie Bruce wasn't part of it.
No, Cassie Bruce wasn't part of it.
So I'm looking for the one more.
Well, I think from my historical data.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the Valley.
The Valley. I think when we check our records, but I think it's the coalition of the 2 Freedomites who came across gave Rusi
give the Labour Party the majority. And they had 12 seats in and then in 2005 the Labour Party won to this present day. So we have had some 7 prime ministers,
7 prime
in Dominica, and
Very
and
interesting.
and that speaks volume
Of
of
our independence.
our
moving.
independence. And so I want to play something way back in 1971. I'm going to play something way back in 1971, where at the time the Governor General, I think Governor General, sorry about that, listeners, the governor who was representing the Queen, that was Sir Lakou in 1971. Listen to what he had to say.
It gives me great pleasure to be with you this morning and to address you once again on the occasion of our annual National Day rally. This is the 5th anniversary of our National Day, and it is certainly an occasion worthwhile celebrating. Deep down in the hearts of everyone, there should be a national feeling of rising to the occasion and a spirit of happiness at what we have achieved during the past 4 years, together with a determination to continue to build a solid structure of which we shall all be proud. Just 2 days ago, we witnessed another important step forward in the history of our state when Radio Dominica was formally opened. Nothing is accomplished by irresponsible talk or criticism which completely ignores the truth. People should get acquainted with the facts before they charge off in all directions to fight non-existent windmills. Let us use our energy and our training to grasp the problems of our society and find practical solutions to them. If Dominica is to prosper, each of us must make our contribution towards its progress. Our society is a mobile one, and opportunities are provided for all who wish to study and work. Today, thank God, there are no barriers, irrespective of class, color, or creed. Let us take this opportunity to congratulate all those who are giving their services to the country in a variety of fields, in the professions, in community programs, and carrying out their tasks with dignity and efficiency. I regard it as a tribute that so many young people, school children, members of the services and various organizations have assembled here this morning. I know that you are eager to enjoy the best that life can offer, but at the same time wish to be involved in the development and progress of your country so that it can provide a worthwhile home for us all and our families for generations to come.
Okay.
I desire to take this opportunity on behalf of my wife and myself to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished visitors and guests and to express the hope that they will enjoy a pleasant stay in our midst. Finally, let us in unity accept the fact that the advancement of Dominica comes before self-interest. And let us together accept the role of being builders of a nation and do everything in our power to promote the welfare and progress of our young state. May God bless you all and guide you always.
That's way back in 1971. That is the Governor, Sir Lakou, national address. He stammered quite a lot in those days.
Right. He was always stammering.
Yes, and don't ask me where I got that. I have this for a long time.
Wow, that's
I have this for a very long time. And you heard what he said. You heard how he spoke to people who were somewhat negative.
Right. Chasing windmills, he put it, using metaphor. He said, you're chasing windmills. You know, in other words, what you would call, very interesting, because we still find in modern times, history is a very strange subject. You still find in 2025, some of us are still chasing windmills. He said, let us not chase windmills, but there are a lot of things and opportunities for Dominicans within the country. And he said that since 1971.
November of 1971.
Right.
All right.
Which is almost 54 years ago.
Right. And I know it was in November, not March, because he said a few days, a couple of days ago, that Radio Dominica was actually established.
How many years are you all celebrating?
54 yesterday.
54.
We became a big adult yesterday. 54 years. Giving service to people. So our
happy
first
birthday to you,
our first manager was Jeff Charles.
Was your first manager?
Was our first manager. Then Dennis Joseph. Then Gordon Henderson, if you remember Gordon Henderson, of the same Exile One, was manager of DBS Radio in 1980, 79-80. Then we had Mr. Bully,
Alwyn Bully.
Yes, Reginald St. Davis Chillingford, Alvin Knight. These guys were managers of DBS Radio. George John, one of the first foreigner, George John from Grenada, was manager of DBS Radio.
Wow.
Then you had Bernard Defoe himself.
A blessed memory.
You had from Bernard Defoe, you had Charles James.
Of the Sun newspaper?
Of the Sun newspaper. He came from the forestry department. And when in 1993, under the Freedom Party, he was named manager of DBS Radio.
Wow.
Mr. James, Charles James. Then you had in 1995, when again a change of a government, you had of blessed memory, Ferdinand Frampton. He did it for 1 year, thereabout, 1 year and a few months. And then you had Dennis Joseph, who came in, Dennis Joseph from 1996, late 1996 to 2000, June of 2000. Dennis Joseph came back a second time. So Dennis would have been the only manager who would have sat in the seat of the manager
for 2 terms.
For 2 terms. And then, well, I shouldn't say 2 terms, 2 periods.
2 periods, okay.
Right. And then you had I'm sorry about that. And then you had what you call that? You had from Dennis Joseph, you had Margaret Warrington. Margaret Warrington stayed for almost 10 years. Yeah, almost, not exactly 10 years, but almost 10 years. Then from Margaret Warrington, you had this guy, Brian Mead. Brian Mead. And then from Brian Mead, I then became manager of DBS Radio. So people might think, there were acting managers, but we're talking about persons who were given the position in a permanent position. Shimin, yes, was acting manager. Oh, I should mention also this lady, Juliet Pascal, was manager before Bernard Defoe. Just before Bernard Defoe was Juliet Pascal for a number of years, and then Bernard Defoe. So we passed about 16 managers in DBS Radio.
Wow.
In that 54 years of existence. I forgot Myrtle Solomon. Someone just reminded me. Cecil, Brenda, thank you very much. Brenda Alexander said, do not forget Myrtle Alexander. She's a Dominican who lived in Canada.
That was the one,
yes, Kui. No, not from Lakou, Kui. Solomon Run. Yes, let's go to the telephone. Good evening to you, caller.
Yes, it's me again. Yes. I have another question. We're celebrating 47 years of independence, almost 50 years. But yet there's still streets in Rosewood that's named after our colonizers, right?
Yes.
And we have so many great men like Chubby, Fitzroy Williams, Jeff Joe, Ophelia. Why are these streets I don't. I'm not trying to put you on the bus. I'm just asking you a question. I know you have so much knowledge. Maybe you could give me a little, an idea why we still have our streets named after our colonizers after so many years that we are independent. Thanks, and great show. I'm listening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can answer that
Yeah.
very easily. You have to also understand that the colonizers played a role.
They played a role.
Yes, it is true that when they played that role, they named every street after their own.
Their own, yeah.
But that doesn't say that we should remove all of the names
Of your
of
colonizers.
the colonizers. I don't think it's fair to them.
Right.
Because they too have played a contribution.
Right.
When we look at our services, when we look at the way we do things in Dominica, we still have adopted the attitudes
Of the
of
colonizers.
colonizers.
Well,
What was brilliant was in Goodwill. We had a program once upon a time of the various lanes in Goodwill.
their names are
Solomon Lane, Didier Lane, Greens Lane, Waters Lane, McIntyre's Lane,
Winston
Churchill,
Lane.
Winston. All of these names were named after people who created or who have
Right.
contributed. Some doctors,
Right.
some in other fields.
And we have a street. In fact, my mother's house is in Libla Lane,
Yes,
after Oliver Libla.
right.
Right. Above that is Didier Lane.
Didier Lane.
Right. So you have quite a number.
So I'm sure it would have been named after Didier
Didier, the minister.
Minister Didier.
Minister
You know.
Didier.
So there's quite a number of them. You know.
Right. But just to answer the question as well, we have a number of names given to us by the colonizers.
Sorry, I'm just told that Jeff Joseph has a street in St. Joseph named after him.
The Jeff Joseph
So
Street?
Jeff Joseph, there's a Jeff Joseph Street,
Okay.
according to someone who is giving me that information there right
Very
now.
good.
Yeah.
Very
Go
good.
ahead.
Well, we have the colonizers give us names. and some of the names we could say, we have, for instance, Massac.
Yes.
We have Scott's Head.
Yes.
You know, we have Point Michel. These are the names of our colonizers, both French and English.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have Maho.
Collioure.
We have Salisbury.
Some
we
of them
have
are
Collioure.
some of them are Carib names, eh?
And some of Carib names
Yeah.
as well.
I think Collioure should
we have
be a
Diablotin.
I think Collioure should be a Carib name.
We have Diablotin.
Diablotin, yes.
Our
It's
colonizer. French.
Yeah.
Diablotin.
Yeah.
So Capuchin.
Yes.
So we have both English,
French, Kalinago.
and Kalinago.
Yes.
So some of the things colonizers, left, and it's always difficult to remove all the footprints of your colonizers.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to remove all, but there are some. For instance, we had Old Street. Is Old Street? No, we had New Street.
New Street.
It is then removed from New Street to Kennedy Avenue.
Kennedy Avenue.
We had Queen Mary Street. We have since then
Independence
removed the
Street.
Queen. We fought ahead. We have since then removed the word Queen Mary Street and
Right.
now name it Independence Street.
Yeah.
You know, once upon a time, people wanted to be called. People wanted to be called
Freedom
Street. People fought to
Yeah,
be called Freedom
Freedom
Street,
Street, yes.
because at the time the city council was in charge of the naming of streets.
Streets, yes.
And then at that time, Libla and Patrick John decided, Pala, that wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And,
the opposition wanted
The
it to
opposition
remain.
wanted, well, at the time, Annette Saint-Hilaire
And the
was the
mayor.
mayor of city of, well, it wasn't the city of Roseau, it was the tongue of Roseau.
Roseau.
So the bridge going to Pottersville was not part of the tongue of
Right,
Roseau.
right.
So Annette Saint-Hilaire and the Freedom Party, Scobie and
Eugenia and all of them.
Eugenia, Scobie, Eugenia, this guy,
We had
this
this
guy,
fella here.
Martin Sorrento,
Martin Sorrento,
Rupert
the
Sorrento,
two-tone president.
two-tone president, Mr. Lestrade.
Mr. Le-
These guys were fighting for it to be called Freedom
Freedom
Street.
Street, yes.
But then Freedom Street, although they were trying to look at the cliche of what the politicians were doing on the big step,
The big step, yes.
but the party was called, in 1968, was called Freedom Party. In 1971, they wanted to be called Freedom Street.
Freedom Street, yes.
So I mean, Leblanc wasn't that stupid. Leblanc knew what he was
We're
doing.
going to walk down Freedom Street.
There's a song. There's a song. We're gonna walk down Freedom Street. You
Boy,
know,
we've had things. We've had things. That like independence. Yeah, very interesting.
yes, and so it's important to make people
Make note.
note. Independence time is a good time to tell them that.
Tell them about the
You know,
history of that.
so those streets, those streets that we are talking about, I think as a people, we should come together to really help in with central government to determine some of the names that we would like to
want.
change.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should change Boyd's Avenue. I wonder if we should change Bath Road. I wonder if we should change Virgin Lane. For me, these are some of these names I would like to see changed. Yeah. Virgin Lane, Bath Road, Old Street. I wonder why Old Street. Nothing is old there now. Nothing is old.
You have Long Lane.
Long Lane. You have Lang Lane.
Yeah.
So
we have to look at it.
So there are a few areas that we can
gradually
change. Turkey Lane. I wonder, someone can give me the history of Turkey Lane. If I can get the history of Turkey Lane,
it would be interesting.
It would be interesting. So there's still some streets that I still believe that we should keep. I still believe we should keep Great George Street, Great Marlborough Street, King George V Street. I still feel we should keep those names. Hanover Street. I still believe that we can keep the street. Boyd's Avenue. I still believe we can keep Boyd's Avenue. But outside of that, I think Kennedy Avenue can remain because it has a good significance.
Symbol, yeah.
That can remain. Upper Lane, that can be changed.
Yeah.
That can be changed. I don't see the name of the reason or the rationale. Kings Lane. Why Kings Lane?
Right.
I don't know. Why Kings Lane?
Well, the committee will have to meet.
I would like to be on that committee.
And determine some names to be,
I would have liked to be on that committee because I remember as mayor, I made quite a number of suggestions. At the time, Charles Savre was then a parliamentary representative of Roseau Central, and he was Minister of Tourism. I remember making a plea, and I wrote a document to him, and he requested of me to do something that would have required central government to take that into consideration.
Very interesting.
So I think we can do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. Now, in terms of the birthday of DBS, and
someone said we should change Cock Street too. yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So there are things that we can, we can begin to look at in terms of the city and or outside the city, which would call the urban and rural area in terms of development.
I also think that Julius Timothy has played a critical role, both at the interim government's standpoint, because he was part of the interim government in the early days.
Yeah.
Was it the interim government or he was part of the
Committee for National
Salvation?
Yes.
He was representing the business people.
Business sector.
And then, he played his role as a businessman and played his role as a politician. So I think Julius Timothy should be one person that can be identified as a good tool to name somewhere in Goodwill. Right. Even when he lived, Eden Lane. I'm not so sure why Eden Lane, but that's just a suggestion.
Right.
I wouldn't remove Federation Drive.
No.
It has significance.
Yeah. But you name something for Julius Timothy in Goodwill.
Yes, I would name something in Pottersville.
Pottersville.
Pottersville, although he lived in Hillsborough Street, so I don't know. Many years as a boy, he raised in Hillsborough Street,
But he lived in Goodwill.
Well,
something can be named after
something can be named after Julius. I think something should be named after Julius. He gave a good contribution to
his national development, both in the business, political areas where he played his part.
Yes, he did.
So something could be considered for him in Goodwill or maybe in Roseau, where he spent most of his life.
Yeah,
very interesting.
And then I should also say it's important to name the night of the independence. It is good to name. I did it some time ago, but I still believe that there are people who are on social media who would not have gotten that chance to hear me read from the Hansard, the first meeting of the first session of the first parliament under the Commonwealth of Dominica Constitutional Order of 1978, held at the House of Assembly at where?
The House of Assembly would have been at the old ministry at the time.
I'm disappointed in you, man. As a former teacher, you can't forget that thing.
Right.
At the Windsor Park. The first parliament happened at the Windsor Park.
Wow.
When the flag was flown up.
Parliament was held.
The first parliament, first session of parliament, let's put it that way, the first meeting of the first session of the first parliament under the Commonwealth of Dominica Constitution Order of 1978, held at the House of Assembly at the Windsor Park, Roseau, on Thursday 2nd, ended Friday 3rd, 1978 at 10 8:30 p.m.
Who was the speaker?
Present speaker, the Honorable F.E. Degazon. Remember that? Remember Degazon was the Speaker of the
Speaker
House?
of the House, yes.
Degazon. Then Patrick John, Premier, that's on the second. The second. Patrick John, Premier. H.L. Christian, Minister for Education, Youth Affairs, and Cooperatives, and Deputy Premier. Leo Austin was Attorney General. Victor A. J. Riviere, Minister of Finance and Commerce, and Minister of Finance and Consumer Protection. J.O. Oliver Serafin, Minister for Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries. O.N. Theodore, you remember O.N. Theodore?
Yeah.
You remember him? Minister for Communication and Works and Hydraulics. Randolph Banis, you remember Randolph Banis?
Oh, yes.
Where he's from? Let me see if you remember.
Randolph Banis, where was he from?
Tell me. I'm listening.
Let me see. Is he from Castle Bruce? Banis. I remember him, you know. Castle Bruce?
Randolph Banis was from Peebush.
You're right.
He died in as a minister. Remember that?
That's right. You just jolted my memory.
Yes, Randolph Banis. He was Minister for Home Affairs, Health and Welfare. Eustace Francis. Remember he was represented in 1975?
Not Newtown, huh?
Oh my God, you're on it. Member for Newtown. All right. Constituency, and he was also the parliamentary secretary for cooperatives. Wasn't he an attorney?
Yeah, he was a lawyer.
I wonder why he didn't get a position.
Oh, well, there was controversy with him, you know.
In 1978, with that electrifying team, that's what it was called, you know.
Yeah.
Electrifying team.
I think Patrick always had some strange things looking in his head about him.
Someone said to me, Cecil, don't, I saw people want to say, don't trade my street. Person said, don't trade my street, Boyd's Avenue. That's where my grandparents on my mother's side are from, and they are the first people who lived in that street. So, okay, I agree. Then we continue. Luke Corriette. You remember where he was representing?
Of course, man.
Where?
From Saint-Jean Bagatelle.
Oh my God, you're on point. Petit Savant constituency.
Yeah, man.
And he was also parliamentary secretary for the Youth Affairs. For Youth Affairs. You know that guy, Woodworth Lando?
Lando St. Joe. Lando for St.
Joe. And when the on the month came, my brother,
Lando, the police.
Lando for St. Joe.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Lando for St. Joe. That's what it was called. Member for St. Joseph constituency. B.J. Lewis, you remember who he was from? Where he was representing?
Lewis. No.
Come on, man.
B.J. Lewis. What was his first name?
I'm trying to...
Mr. Luis.
What was his first name? What was his first name? His first name.
B.J. Lewis.
What was his...
Let us look. B.J. Lewis. Where was Mr. from?
You know where he's from? I can't believe you don't know where he was from.
No, can't remember.
You really can't remember?
Where was he from?
Try again. Let's try to get the synonyms. And you must know.
Would he be from Lewis? Most of these guys from Portsmouth?
No, man. Come on. B.J. Lewis was from Salisbury.
Oh, man. The way you pronounce it, Louis.
Louis,
man.
It's Louis. You're correct. I like to say
Louis.
Louis. I don't know why I like to say Louis.
Louis
This is Lewis.
Yeah, man.
And
Louis,
is
man.
Louis.
Bryson Louis, man.
Bryson Louis.
Bryson
That's
Louis, man.
the
If
name,
you had just called Bryson Louis, man.
Bryson Louis. You're correct.
Bryson Louis, man.
Yeah.
From Salisbury,
My apology.
My boy, Bryson, man.
Yeah. What about Dubik? Dubois.
Roland Dubois.
Roland Dubois.
Portsmouth.
Roland? Just Roland?
Roland Dubois. Yeah. I think he's from Portsmouth.
No, man. He's from Cottage.
Cottage area.
Right,
Dubois.
yes,
Roland
representing
Dubois.
Cottage.
That dark fella, I remember.
Eden Bowers.
Vickers.
He represented Vickers. And he was what? At the time?
Speaker of the House.
Deputy Speaker.
Speaker of the House, yeah.
Deputy Speaker. In the opposition, we had the Honorable Mary Eugenia Charles. Member for where?
For Roseau?
Roseau. After losing against Patrick John in the Roseau North constituency,
area, yeah.
she went in 1975 to Roseau Central. And that's when she won the very first time. In 1975, after losing against Patrick John in 1970. So, Eugenia Charles was the official opposition leader.
Let me give you a joke.
Yes, give me a joke.
You remember who ran against her in Roseau?
Of course.
Who's that?
Mr. Baptiste.
Thomas
Baptiste. You remember his popular term? Huh?
Well, he went to Roseau Boy, and Patrick, he had that meeting by our good friend, the sheriff.
Yes.
And he came up there, and all of us came to hear him. He was dressed all in white.
Yes, like the umpire.
And he came and he gave a speech. Clean I come.
Clean I go. That's what I was asking if you remember. In 1975. He came, his big speech.
So when they were appointing ministers, he expected to be the Minister of Health. Patrick told him, you come clean.
Clean you go. Clean I come, clean I go.
Patrick,
that was my speech.
Clean you
man lose the election. He want to be a minister.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, he want to be a minister. Patrick tell him, clean you come,
clean you go.
Clean you go. Well, you stay clean.
So present again was A. Casimir. Remember where Casimir was from? Representing Freedom Party.
Oh, Grand Bay.
That's correct. And P.A.S. Stephen.
That Pat Stevens.
Yes.
Marigot.
Was it Pat?
Yeah, Pat Stevens, man.
Okay.
It's Pat.
All right. So representing where?
Marigot. Yeah, man.
Hear what someone says to me. Someone says tomorrow is common entrance for the brain man. So he testing you?
Yeah, man.
Look, someone said, Sandra Sylvester said, clean I come, clean I go.
Patrick.
He said that on Cock Street by
Cock Street by Carab, boy.
Yes.
Upstairs there, boy. We came. Drums beating from Foncolé. We came down.
I hear what somebody's saying to me now. But you say following politics since that time.
Yeah,
following
boy.
politics. You don't understand following politics since 1970.
Yeah.
Since 1970.
You're following.
I'm with my parents.
Yeah,
Everywhere they go.
You're going with them.
In those days, wherever your parents
you go with them.
You have to go, especially the election is close by.
Right.
So the person said to me, Cecil, doing like he born a long time. My brother, I was 7 years already in the politics. My mother and my father can tell you that.
Right.
In 1970. When Libla, my mother was a Libla fan.
Yeah.
My mother came from Vickers. So my father was a Patrick John fan. Because Patrick John worked on the port.
Right.
So these two people were supporting the Libla Labour Party.
Labour Party, yeah.
There was the Dominican Labour Party headed by Nan Ducre. In 1970. And my father and my mother were supporters of Libla Labour Party. Patrick John came out in Lakou, remember that?
Yeah.
Right. His mother lived in Pottersville.
Yeah.
So my father came from Pottersville, my adopted father from Pottersville.
So you're following.
And he was from the Bay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Port worker.
So my father followed Patrick John and my mother followed Libla. So everywhere Libla was, my mother was there.
You're going.
My mother and my father had to be there.
Well, I went across to the.
So not about I've born long. I have good memory.
You know who introduced him. You know who introduced
Patrick John.
You know who introduced Thomas Baptiste. No? You don't know who's the master of ceremony. No?
Don't tell me it must have been Labad.
Labad.
Don't tell me it must have been Labad. Time will tell.
I now introduce you to the electrifying Thomas Baptist. He'll give you everything.
Time will
everything
tell.
you wish to know, everything you want to know, he will deliver.
Time will tell. So that person that said, I think I owe, that answered you, right?
The answer you
I tell you, I remember Labat.
Labat
With his
introduced
khaki
me
pants.
with his khaki pants.
And his first hat. Clean I come.
Clean I go.
And the next election, Labat come. Time will tell in
Well,
1975.
I'm told on him.
And so we continue
Yeah, we continue.
by saying Conrad Cyrus, member for
John
Monjon,
Monjon, like
River
we say.
Civic.
Yeah.
all right? He was in the Winter Park that night. Lennox Honeychurch. Oh, I should say first, I'm sorry, I didn't, after, I should continue giving the government side. I should continue giving the government side. After Eden Bowers, as I said, he was Deputy Speaker. Romanus Barnes, he was member for Cassibros.
Bruce, yeah.
Yes, member for Cassibros. You remember AC Active?
Annual Active.
Annual Active, our boy.
Oh boy.
That's our boy living in Pottersville.
Well,
Yeah.
when you finish calling him, I'll give you a joke about him too.
Boy, don't give me, I suspect when I joke to you, know. Annual Active, he was the first nominated member.
Yes.
Those days we were not saying senator.
Senator.
There was nothing called senator. There was nominated member.
Member.
So he was nominated member. And you had Emmanuel Martin. You remember Emmanuel Martin?
The short guy.
Yeah.
Portsmouth, I'm sure.
Yes. Second nominated member.
Yeah.
All right. And the Freedom Party, we mentioned Eugenia Charles, we mentioned Kazimi, we mentioned Stevens, we mentioned Cyrus. Then the third nominated member was Lennox Honeychurch. So you see, long-term Lennox in the Freedom Party since 1975. Young boy. 1975. He was the third nominated member. And Michael Douglas, you remember Michael Douglas was in the electrifying team of 1975 with Patrick John.
Yes.
Patrick John in 1978, about 77, 78, said that he was going socialist or going communist and was undermining him. And Patrick John fired him as minister. And then he went as parliamentary representative. He represented his people in Portsmouth in the opposition bench.
That's right.
So he was member of Portsmouth. He was minister for agriculture. No, he was minister for communication works.
Yeah.
Before he was fired. Yeah, and then you had Ferdinand Parry-Law. Ferdinand Parry-Law was a Labourite himself. He won under the electrifying team.
He ran in the
Collier constituency.
Yes.
But you know what? Again, he joined Mike. In the night of independence, he was part of the opposition. He sat on the opposition bench.
Okay.
In 1978, 3rd of November.
That's history.
And the people who were absent was the parliamentary representative for the Salibia constituency, Dubois. Is it Dubois? No, Daru. I'm not so sure what Daru he was. But Daru.
Oh, yeah, the Daru.
Daru, the Kalinago.
The Kalinago.
Someone can help me? And then Papa Moise was absent. He was the parliamentary representative for Soufriere. Soufriere Scott said, Galion, Paul Michel.
Right.
So I can say to the people of Paul Michel, Galion, Scott said that your power rep wasn't present on the night of independence. So Zopati la.
Yeah, very interesting.
No, the night, no, that was the second. Then they had the oath, the administration of oath. So there was a Justice Bruno, who performed the swearing ceremony of the interim president and also the prime minister and his ministers that night. So Degazon was given his oath as speaker. Sir Luc Latig was given his oath as interim president.
Yeah.
See that? See the night I tell you?
Interim.
You didn't hear. You didn't see interim governor general. You know. Interim president.
Right.
So Dominica, kudos to you. Great. Cecil, who said that I say to free him now? I didn't say you say that. Anyway, I'm just reading some WhatsApp messages there. And the other persons who took the oath of allegiance and office, they were Patrick John. He was the prime minister, and Minister of National Security, Housing and Development. So Patrick John took housing as Prime Minister in his time, national security. So that's why you saw at that time Patrick John was involved in quite of the homes that they built in Bath Estate, in Canefield, in Point Michel.
Mm-hmm.
So the housing scheme was built by Patrick John. So he took the Ministry of Housing, you know. No, someone said, Leslie from Portsmouth, good evening. Gentlemen watching and listening from Houston, Texas. Leslie, at that time, Leslie wasn't in
he wasn't in it.
He wasn't in it. It was Michael Douglas.
Mikey.
Leslie was in 1970.
1970.
Yeah, so you had Michael Douglas replacing Leslie in 1975 as part of the electrifying team. So you had Patrick John. Then you had the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Education, Youth Affairs and Cooperatives, H.L. Christian. Then you had the Honorable Minister for Finance and Consumer Protection, his ministry steady film, Vic Riviere. And also too, you had the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for External Affairs, that is Leo Emmanuel.
Leo Austin,
right?
Leo Austin.
Leo Austin. I'm sorry about that. Leo Austin. The Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Lands and CARICOM Affairs, O.J. Serafin. They only add CARICOM Affairs to him because we are now independent.
Yes.
But before he was Minister responsible for Agriculture and Lands. Then the Honorable Minister for Communication and Works and Hydraulics. Again, he went back to Honorable O.N. Theodore. The Honorable Minister for Health, Industry and Women Affairs, it went to Randolph Banis. And the Honorable Minister for Internal Affairs and Sports and Tourism went to Luke Corriette. So there was still no space for our partner, Eustace Francis.
No.
There was still no space for him, you know. And at that meeting, though, I must say that Dame Eugenia Charles was given the opportunity to give the welcome remarks. So the opposition leader was given the opportunity to be given the welcome remarks, and also too we got an address to welcome the United Kingdom delegation, and as I said, that came from Dame Eugenia Charles. Another time we can read that.
Right.
And then you had another address by the Queen.
The Queen's
sister.
Uh-huh.
That is
Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
Princess Margaret.
So she handing over of the constitutional instrument by Her Royal Highness Princess Margaret at the meeting of the House of Assembly at the Winter Park on the 2nd and 3rd of November 1978. So she gave us the constitutional instrument. Thank you for that. And we became an independent state. And then Patrick John then gave his speech as Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. And this is rich history. This is rich history.
Very rich history. And
someone said, why were they absent the night of the 3rd of November? Well, maybe Dominica was too remote. Dominica was too remote. I mean, to come from the Kalinago territory to come to Roseau. I mean, Dominica was still in the darkness, to some part. That road was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the PAL rep for Soufriere Scott said.
Okay.
I don't know if Soufriere Scott said was remote also. I don't know. I really cannot answer that.
We can't answer that.
And the both of them are dead, so we can't even answer. We can't even ask them.
Right.
Anybody? Maybe OJ maybe can tell us. Eden Bowers can tell us, because so far these are the two people.
Listens, you know.
These are the two people that are still alive, since our independence.
Yeah.
The two people are still alive
Eden
since
Bowers.
independence. There are Eden Bowers,
who is now in Canada.
OJ Serafin. OJ is 80 years. I think OJ is supposed to be about 80 years.
OJ would be 80 now?
OJ should be 80. Should be 80.
He looks pretty young.
Yeah, he looks well for his age if he's 80.
Right.
Bowers himself would be in his late 70s.
No, man, Bowers would be 80.
80?
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure I'm sure Bauer's wife is listening, so
She always comes to Dominica. She may be even
Oh,
here for
she's
the
here in Dominica. I saw her.
for the
I
World
saw her
Krill
for the World
Music
Krill Festival. I saw
She
her.
never misses that. You know.
Yeah, she lives
She likes
Canada,
the carnival.
and she comes down to Dominica straight every
World
year.
Krill-
She's in Dominica at least maybe twice in a year for carnival and
for the World
and the
Krill
World Music Festival. Amy Mota,
And she likes jazz.
and she likes her jazz.
Jazz
Yes, that's
festival.
true.
Yeah.
You know?
Those free festivals you can look for.
Yeah,
A jazz festival, a World Krill Music Festival, and a carnival.
and in those days, children used to go and drill. I want us to remember that. And before we were an independent state, some of us used to have our Jacko. How you call it again? Daryl, help me the name again.
What was that?
The flag, Union Jack.
The Union Jack.
The Union Jack.
Right.
We used to have the Union Jack. You know.
But
Yeah.
historically,
Mhm.
when you see it was those days of marching, students would not be allowed to sit
On the grass.
no, in the stadium. In other words, you're not going to sit on let's say for instance, before you march.
My brother,
You stand up in the sun
remember.
until the speeches are over and you march.
So remember, in those days,
So a lot of fainting.
it was in the Botanic Gardens.
Yeah.
I want us to remember that first. It was in the Botanic Gardens, where they are actually playing cricket
Yeah.
on that
Turf.
where they were playing cricket, and we were from east to west.
That's right.
So we moved from the east, drilling west, then going to east, then going south, then to east.
Yeah.
And do our eyes right.
That's right.
So you had the governor. I remember, my time, the governor with his white hat.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
do you
Oh,
call it?
yes. He's castor, man.
It's castor.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what we call it.
castor.
White
Yeah,
with a
white,
silver,
with a peak.
a silver peak.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
all in white.
All in white.
And Patrick John with his I'll tell you the name, Sir Jack.
He's Sir Jack, man.
Sir Jack. And I think what we need to talk about in reference to this Sir Jack, before Patrick John was Libla.
Libla.
And I think let us pause a bit. And take Libla's own. Let's take Libla's speech. I think we should take Libla's speech.
Yeah.
Let's take that is sorry about that, but we must take Libla's speech. How would I forget that? It's a good thing.
Libla.
I made mention of that. Let's take Libla.
It gives me great
Sorry,
Well, that's
not
the
this one I
president.
want. I want the one of Libla. This one.
Fellow Dominicans, friends of Dominica. On this, the 4th anniversary of our attainment of associated statehood, it is appropriate that I invite you all to call seriously to mind the importance of the period in our constitutional advancement when the management of the internal affairs of our country was entrusted to us, albeit with misgivings as to our ability so to do. It was a time when we, conscious of our need to succeed, girded our loins, accepted the challenge, embraced it, and set about resolutely and fearlessly to embark upon a course which would ultimately lead to a predetermined goal. The journey would be difficult, we knew, but our courage and convictions outweighed any possible deterrence. Today, 4 anniversaries later, while it is not practicable to spell out details of the progress achieved, it is not too much to ask that you contemplate them. Occasions such as these demand that we engage in public manifestations of every aspect of our lives: cultural, social, historical, economic. During the past few weeks, we have done no less, and it is fitting at this stage to pay tribute to those persons, groups, and organizations who, purely from spontaneous civic pride, ensure that this is so. During the past month, groups of people all over the state have brought out the best by competing among themselves in every aspect of our culture. This afternoon, the stage is set in our beautiful botanic gardens for a view in miniature of our cultural heritage. Our finest in court bamboo flute, patois songs, ballet, quadrille, calypso, and steel band will be on display. We are aware of the efforts of the Sifflé Moutagne Chorale, the current guardian of our culture in song, led by the indefatigable Jean Lawrence. Their current and first long play release bears testimony to their motivation. Let us congratulate them. The La Belle Theatre, Kubuli and Kayari creative dance troupes, led by Rose Keynes, Raymond Lawrence, and Clifford Douglas respectively, have responded to that innate desire to identify themselves with this cultural expression. No less commendation should go their way. Give them a hand, please. The Regional Youth Camp Dance Troupe demonstrated their ability in no uncertain manner during the National Queen and Calypso King competition organized by the Lions Club. Bravo to them. The Lions Club has established its reputation, and our regard for their contributions have already been publicly expressed. Congratulations to our National Queen. Give them all a hand, please. The Little Theatre Group reflected our drama potential. Their effort is highly appreciated. Give them a hand, please. The launching of Radio Dominica on Monday represented yet another positive step towards promoting our national identity. The reopening of the museum, engineered by our new Whitey Kubuli group, brought into sharp focus our early history. Great things are expected of them. Our sincere thanks to them. Give them a hand also, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I have mentioned these, but let us not forget our other bands, too numerous to mention, who constantly contribute to our national heritage. Our National Queen contestants, Calypsonians, and individual artists. Highest commendation should go also to the school children, youth groups, service organizations, government band, police and defense force units who are participating in this rally. Tomorrow, our social interactions will be made manifest in the Carnival Jump Up, an aspect of our culture of deep-rooted significance. One very welcome and spontaneous feature of this period of meaningful revelry is the sponsorship of the Industrial Buy Local Week by the Manufacturers Association. Time to coincide with these celebrations, and as though to infuse economic awareness, and rightly so, this project has emerged. Our manufactured products are exhibited in as purposeful a manner as is bound to generate local interest. The best wishes of government go out to the association for this ambitious venture. Give them a hand, please. May I take this opportunity on behalf of the government and people of Dominica to welcome our guests and thank them for making it possible to be with us on this occasion. His Excellency, the Acting British Representative and Mistress Balthrop, Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago, Mistress Verna Critchlow, His Excellency and Mistress Ivor de Souza, Mr. de Souza, High Commissioner for Jamaica, Leader of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association delegation from the United Kingdom, Right Honorable Frederick Lee, other members of the delegation, the Marquis of Hertford, Mr. Martin, Mr. McLaren, and Mr. Mills, and Mr. William Whitlock, all members of Parliament, Senator Griffith, President of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, Mr. Tappin and Mrs. Tappin and Graham of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. Please enjoy yourselves. Thanks to each and every one present those who, unable to be here and listening to the broadcast over our national radio, and particularly to those who have contributed, in whatever small measure, to the success of it all. It is my government's fervent hope that this event will have brought our peoples closer together, and that we shall resolve to forge ahead with renewed determination towards the realization of our cherished goals. I have in my hand a telegram from the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Premier Dominica, I send warm greetings and best wishes from the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago to the government and people of Dominica on occasion of their statehood anniversary. We look forward to continued friendship and cooperation between our two countries. Another telegram has just been presented to me by the Cabinet Secretary, telegram from Grenada, following for Premier LeBlanc. Please accept my personal best wishes and those of my government and people on anniversary of statehood. Premier. Ladies and gentlemen, by now everyone is aware of yet another bold attempt to bring West Indians closer together in one political entity on the basis contained in the Grenada Declaration. As I see it, there is no other avenue open to us if we are to make any significant progress and provide the necessary opportunities for all West Indians, which can make citizenship and nationhood positive and meaningful. We can no more blame the metropolitan power for keeping us apart. Our destiny is in our own hands to mold and fashion in accordance with the wishes of our peoples. If there is any fly in the ointment, it is to be found in the West Indies itself. I know that there are those who call themselves West Indians who will travel through the length and breadth of this area to play one against the other in keeping with their country's insular policies. We are not unmindful of the echoes of certain past conferences which continue to reverberate over our lands, but we also know that such echoes are fading. I am confident that the stage is set for us in the Eastern Caribbean, who go to sleep and wake up with integration on our lips to set the pace. It calls for goodwill, conviction, and determination. And I would like to think that all of us are endowed with these high qualities, and that our peoples are capable of molding one people under one flag in keeping with our aspirations. On behalf of my wife and myself, I wish one and all a pleasant and enjoyable national celebrations. Thank you.
Sassinom. That is a great speech, well presented in 1971, 3rd of November, 1971. That is 7 years before we became an independent state. And can you hear the articulation of this gentleman? He's been very, very astute. And by virtue of that, he had quite a lot of friends, both in the Caribbean and in the wider world.
In the international world.
Yes, I mean, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Eric Williams,
yeah.
at the time.
Dr. Eric Williams.
Dr. Eric Williams, sent messages to him through
Prime Minister of Grenada.
Prime Minister of Grenada, Eric Gary.
Gary.
He was Premier.
Yeah, Premier.
He was Premier. That's 1971 because Grenada became an independent state in 1974. Premier of Grenada.
But during that time, you had great fellas, You had Bradshaw.
In St. Kitts.
You had Joshua.
Joshua as well.
I think St. Vincent. You had a lot of great leaders at the time.
Mm-hmm. You had this guy from St. Lucia.
Bird.
You had Bird in Antigua.
Antigua, yeah.
Wasn't Milton Cato in
Milton Cato in St.
Vincent? It
Yeah,
was Milton Cato in St. Vincent.
Yeah.
And you had
great fellas.
You had in St. Lucia, you had John Compton.
John Compton, yeah.
John Compton was in St. Lucia.
But the speech here is appealing to our cultural identity in terms of our ballet, our country,
Yes.
our flute,
And-
the cultural aspect was highlighted by Libla.
And that for me in that speech is what made what Dominica is today.
Right.
He's highlighting in every speech that he gave, he resonated his speech around the cultural aspect, our heritage.
Of our heritage.
And here it is in his speech again. He did not think twice to say it.
Right.
And he knew why he was saying it, because there was still a great number of people in and around the Roseau area who did not want the
patois
ballet,
songs,
they didn't want the patois songs, they didn't want the
quadrille.
flute. The same thing that we're now celebrating.
Right.
In 1971, it's 1970,
Right.
we saw people making statements contrary to what Libla and his government
The
believed.
identity, the cultural identity,
Yes.
which is really, he pioneered the whole, because you hear him talking about the souffle mouton choral. You hear him talking about the dance groups coming from the youth camp. So there was a whole movement towards cultural identity.
And I'm very happy, though, too, as we're saying that when Dame Eugenia Charles, at the time she was Mary Eugenia Charles, when she came into power in 1980,
Yeah.
immediately in 1981, they took on board the whole concept of the heritage.
Yeah, the cultural
They
heritage.
built, they developed, and they allow its survival.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it was, they made it sustainable to us. And so you find that Felix Henderson and these people played their role. So you had the month of October now been spoken of
Right.
as Creole month.
Creole month, right.
So you had Creole Day, you had Creole food, you had just
Right,
name
yeah,
it.
You had Creole songs.
Right.
You had Journée Creole.
So the same thing that Libla spoke of.
Right.
The same thing that Patrick himself, because when Patrick was premier, I want us to remember that in the gardens, my dad used to build a wrong stage, a big wrong stage.
Right.
He himself, Star Stay, Fernan, a few of the guys. And at the time, we were living in Roseau in Fields Lane. Another time, we were living in Bath Estate. So bringing meals for our dad was very easy.
Right.
From one location to
the
the
other.
gardens, and in the middle where the cricket pitch is,
Yeah.
you had what was called a raffle. You know, before at about 2:30, this gala is starting. This
Yeah.
gala is thing there a long time. You know, this gala thing is there a long time. My dad used to build that stage, man, and Strauss and his guys there. That wrong stage, and I'm seeing that blue stage with ballet ladies and people to literally draw these things on the.
Right.
I wish we would have seen pictures of those things. And at 2:30, at a certain time, after the mouth organ and all of these things have been played, they are stopping. And when they stop, you know what? You have the raffle. Remember the $5 raffle?
Yeah, the $5.
$5 raffle.
$5,000 was the
It
winning
was
prize.
$5,000 was the winning prize.
5,000.
5,000.
That was big money, eh?
And my brother, when you get that, my brother is a millionaire.
Yeah, that was big
And
money.
many times, you know who used to win these things? People in the country.
Yeah,
Pamu knows, you know?
yeah.
People in the country.
Yeah, my mother would take chances.
And what was happening was, we talk about politics. Long politics is on the horizon. Long time. You find that the people who supported Libla was more or less from the country, were the ones purchasing that $5 ticket.
Yeah, a lot of tickets.
But let me tell you, that is that big barrel,
Yeah, they're rolling that.
and they rolling that, and I seen them they rolling that.
Right,
Raymond Lawrence can tell us about that, because Raymond Lawrence was in the cultural division.
right.
Young boy, young man.
Right.
I mean, Raymond would have been maybe in his early 30s, maybe
That was-
late 20s into his 40s.
Right, yeah.
In those days, and Raymond dear, and I think in his speech he recognized Raymond.
Yeah, he recognized Raymond.
He recognized Raymond, and I
That's
think
true.
and Bully too.
Bully, yes.
Yes, I think he did recognize these two people.
and Jean Laurence, that's Raymond's sister.
Right, Raymond's sister. So he did recognize these people.
Yeah,
you know.
Souffle Matai.
And then it was a pride to see the people come from on board trucks. They used to come.
Oh, yeah. Free-ton 5-ton
I just remember that. That's Lakou tonight.
Truck.
They used to come on the 3-ton truck or the 1-ton truck.
Yes.
And used to bring them in gardens, at the back of gardens.
Yeah, man.
And you see the people from the country coming in droves, but they were coming with all their Creole clothes. Everybody was in Creole clothes. And Munwozo take a fast, because Munwozo wasn't going in gardens. People from Roseau Patikalia Gardens.
Yeah, well, it was cultural.
Let me put it that way. Mun Kifet Ozo, Mun Wozo, people from Roseau that was tired anti the government.
Culture.
Wasn't going in gardens. Don't get, I'm not talking politics, please. Don't get vexed. I'm looking at the Lakou, what it was. And then you also have this big in the 70s. And then Mr. Libla decided that he was going to bring what was called the national men's wear.
Shirt jack
and black pants. And if a red shas. I want us to remember that, you know. You can think I old, but I know I might sound old, but I have a good memory.
So you have the black
because
pants.
I was always there. So you had the black pants. It was Wrangler,
Yes.
Party Wrangler. Those days you had
white shirt.
You had who was making the jackets? I want you to remember.
Well, I knew.
So Jacks. Who was the company?
Well, I know Moro used to make them.
Moro and who?
Who
Common
else?
entrance class. The man himself. You can make me forget.
Dead man?
No, man. Sheridan Gagwa used to have a company, as well as that sewing company. Somebody help me with the name. Sheridan Gagwa used to have his company.
By Trini.
By Trini was one. Mr. Prevo.
Mr. Prevo.
Mr. Prevo by Trini.
By
Right
Trini.
where
Yeah, right, yeah,
the
man.
Chinese be on
By the Chinese
on,
there.
on, on,
King
on,
Joseph
on,
Street,
in
man.
the ending of King on the in the junction of King Joseph Street,
man.
and Great Judge Street.
Yeah, man. By Trini.
By Trini.
That's where you got your shirt
That's
jack.
where you had to get your shirt jack, and then you had the man shop on
Right.
on Independence Street now.
That's right.
On Queen Mary Street.
Right.
Right now you have where the Eric's depot used to be. So you used to have the man shop there.
That is where you had the Eric's Bakery as well.
The Eric's depot.
And you have that fellow owns that building now. You know, the Calypso writer.
Pat Aaron. Right,
yeah.
where Pat Aaron
His
is.
wife there.
That's correct. My Baba used to do this thing.
Baba.
My Baba in Newtown.
Yeah.
You know, and you had the shirt jack and
As the national wear.
as the national wear, and your black pants and
That's
your red shas
across your
waist. I mean, this was proud moments for Dominica.
cultural development.
You know what I'm saying? Proud moments. And in that same year, 78, you remember this, the national, how you call that? Show the
emblems.
No. This thing that you used to have, you had it in St. Martin's School. Oh, I forgot that name. You used to have it in St. Martin's School, the industries, all of the industries.
You're talking about
the something show.
The agricultural show?
No, man. The show. We had it in St. Martin Yard in 1978.
It was some festival. Something like a fair.
A fair. What was it?
I can't remember the name.
Oh my God. But anyway.
Where you had all the different products.
Yes, the classes were used to exhibit.
And
I know. That same stage was actually placed in the middle of the
I remember.
of the schoolyard.
I remember that.
I'm trying to. Oh my God! Oh, I forgot that. Well, anyway, and Libla in those days, on 3rd of November, we used to have trade show. It was the trade show.
Yes, the trade show.
Thank you, Brenda Alexander. Trade show.
The trade show.
It was a trade show, and Mr. Libla found himself selling the culture. So that's why Paybush is present day. Paybush, Vickers, Penville,
Granby,
Portsmouth. You know, we're not talking about Granby as the capital. No. But in the north, when I was growing up as a boy, the north,
yeah,
Paybush,
yeah,
Capuchin,
Yeah.
Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, with the
You
cultural
know,
icons.
these people, these areas, actually
Were the center.
were the
gravity
center
of the culture.
of the culture.
That's right.
You know, then later Granby took it up.
Took it up. Mm.
You know, Granby took it on their own now and actually bringing it forward.
But Granby also had the Queen of Bele.
Yes,
She was
Matutu. Matutu.
would perform.
You know, yeah.
I saw myself.
Granby had the best belly. No,
The
no
best
giving
belly.
out. Best
Belly-
belly. In
belly
those days,
saucy.
everybody wanted to go and see Granby.
And
the
Pebush.
You
Bele,
know,
Pebush.
Vegas had some good belly dancers.
Yeah, but if you want to see Bele dancing,
It's
you have
Granby.
Pebush and
Pebush was good. Pebush, Vickers, and Granby.
Yeah.
These communities were massive in Belly.
In the quadrille, you had Vickers.
Vickers was very good at quadrille. That's correct.
Quadrille and Peter Savan.
And in court, Pebush was good in court.
Pebush, yeah.
Pebush was very good in court.
Yeah.
Mouth organ, Cassibrews, those
Cassibrews,
areas.
bamboo flute.
Bamboo flute. All that was
The
all that was
accordion.
heavy, man.
The
The
accordion.
accordion was crazy.
The
Everywhere.
boom boom. The
Everywhere.
boom boom and the
The
chamba
shak-shak.
and the shak.
The Lapocabuit.
The lapokabui.
Yeah, these things were
Rich, man.
were rich in the 70s. So even
So
when
they still blow the bamboo flute? I
I haven't seen this
I've
for a
heard,
while.
I've heard, seen that.
I haven't
for a
seen
while.
this for a while, you know.
I haven't
So
heard
so
that.
in the 70s, we had this rich cultural heritage.
Yeah.
What I must say about Eugenia Charles and her government was the sustainability of the culture.
Maintain it. You have a caller.
Maintain it, yeah. Someone is on the telephone. Let's see what the person has to say. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
What's up?
Fine man, Palo.
Palo, man. We're gonna name.
Yes.
We want to name that school after your father in
No, we would like to see the
Kalibishi.
name.
We would like to hear that.
Yes.
name. I think it's a good
Yes.
suggestion.
Yeah, I have made a proposal already for that.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
I've already made a proposal for that. Now, good night.
Good night.
What's up?
Fine.
Fine.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Cecil,
Yes, sir.
you know something behind me after Libla. You know, Libla was more or less the king of culture in Dominica. But besides that, you know, I can remember growing up, and many people don't know or wouldn't recall. But besides that, you mentioned a few villages on the north who used to be on the forefront for cultural things. But you know, Kalibishi used to have a very good quadrille group in the days of when the independence activities really started. And so, not because he's my father, but my deceased father, Sylvester, was the only man at the time when he was at the time not local government officer. It was, they used to call them the community development officers before. And you know, he was the only one after Mr. Christian. And he had to do the whole island supervising those cultural activities before National Day.
Oh, that's
Now,
right.
Woodford Hill Village also had a very good ballet group.
That is
Yeah, Octavie Laville. I think that was the lady who used to be king of the cultural thing in Woodford Hill, Octavia Laville. And Grand Fort also used to have a very good cultural group as well. And that is why that former minister was also placed in that ministry because she knew
Gertrude Roberts.
very
Gertrude
well-
Roberts.
Gertrude
Mrs. Roberts, that's right, Mrs. Roberts. Because she was also one of those people who used to, and there is a man from Mont Jean, Cecil. I can't remember his name offhand, but that man, he was the king of bamboo flute. You can remember a song that was made once when the roads were open in the east.
Nou, shime ouve.
Anou hele oure, anou hele bravo.
Anou hele.
Anou hele oure, shime vive ova. Right.
Let's do
You
that
can
again.
remember that song?
Let's try it again. Let's try it again.
You like that
Anou
song?
hele oure, anou hele bravo. Anou hele oure, shime vive ova.
Yes, that's
That
was a nice
and
song.
I forget the name of the gentleman who used to sing that song. But I'm just saying that, as you all mentioned about the different villages that were on the forefront of the
Culture.
cultural activities. Yes, and I remember that. But Ben,
Yes.
I have already spoken to the PAL rep of the
Constituents.
Polish constituency, and I've also mentioned it to my friend Miss PM about the school in
yeah,
Calibishi.
yeah, that would be good.
And I'm saying that because my deceased father was the first local head teacher in Calibishi, and apart from that, he had mastered Woodford Hill, Wesley, where my first sister was born. He was a teacher there, and Calibishi. He was the first local headmaster in Calibishi, and he stayed there for years. So that in that regard, I have already made not official a proposal to the authorities in that quest for renaming the school when it is finished. So you're dead on point. Mr. Sil, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I was in your community today.
All right.
He was in your community today.
Oh, you're in Calibishi today?
Yeah, I said that earlier on, man. You missed out.
Oh, I know. I was taking a little dose off, and I just got up there a while ago.
What's the name of the thing? What's the name of the thing? You three stones. What are they calling that?
No, the Watu.
The what?
The Watu.
I was going to go to the Watu yesterday.
Oh, okay. I thought it was tomorrow, the 3rd. I thought it was tomorrow.
It's postponed for tomorrow because of the conditions of yesterday.
Oh, because okay, I saw something about it on Facebook. That is why I'm saying that. Yeah.
All right then.
But
Thanks.
Cecil, I saw you did an extensive interview with Mr.
Johnson.
Johnson. Mr. Johnson. I listened to that, man, and it's amazing. Cecil, some people doesn't know, but that area down there, Cecil, and as he mentioned about the tunnel, Cecil, I know the area in person because I worked in that area before, and that area is transformed like as if it's a place that was just came from heaven. The development that is down there, I don't know, when people who have not been to the area, and up till now, I listen to some people even in the area who live within the area. They still cannot come to terms that this development is coming in their area, in their heartbeat, and instead of they try to make amends and try to see what can be done to make a living out of that facility when it is complete, they still try to condemn it.
Well, Amparo, we'll have to talk about that another time. We're in Independence. We're not about the airport now.
Thank you very much. But as you all spoke about this cultural thing, I was just going to tell you that, but somebody mentioned it to you already. When Cherry and Greg and those guys opened that trade show at St. Martin's School, I can remember I was part of it. I remember that trade show very well.
Thank you. Yeah.
It is.
Thank you.
Bro.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So yes, you were saying that when the Freedom Party came,
they maintained it, they sustained it.
And yes, someone is right that the Freedom Party started to use prisoners to start doing the building of the stage.
Yeah.
And at various parts. So then we started to get now into, they were still in Botanic Gardens.
Right.
They were still using the Botanic Gardens. And they were using prisoners for fact and building it. At the time now, we had relationship with Taiwan.
Yeah.
And from the relationship with the Taiwanese, but before the Taiwanese, we still have the Japanese getting their yellow tarpaulins, to place on some tents.
Okay.
And we saw some little square tents rather than the wrong stage that were being built, and so we have to thank the Freedom Party for recognizing when getting into power the importance of the heritage.
Right.
And they did even much more with the culture by sustaining the heritage, and so they created the Heritage Day in various communities.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, we had Heritage Day in Newtown. Unfortunately, there was a lot of rain,
right.
So people couldn't have gotten the real essence of that, but the people that were recognized, all well-deserving individuals. And then you had the cultural competitions around the country in zones, and that must be complemented in terms of the
extending it
to
different communities.
Yeah, extending to the different communities. It was already in the communities, but to give every community the opportunity to have that exhibition of that culture, and that was wonderful. Also, too, I think they brought in at the end, they had the Blockorama. Remember, before the Freedom Party, we used to have Jump Up on the 4th of November. Was it the 4th? The 4th of November.
We had a whole day.
We had 2 days of holidays.
Yeah, we had a whole day.
We had a whole day of jump up, like normal jump up.
Yeah,
whole day of jump up.
Independence Day we went for jump up.
Independence Day on the 4th.
We had a whole day of jump up. We jump up
for children who do not know that.
Yeah,
we had a whole day of jump up.
We go from whole day.
In 1980, when a situation occurred, we had what was called Lakou.
The Lakou.
And the Lakou was done. You remember where the Lakou was done?
Boy, the Lakou was done in Queen Mary Street, Independence Street.
No.
Let me see. By the
Church's building on Cork Street.
On Cork Street.
Old Street. Cork Street, Old Street. That's where the Lakou was being held.
Lakou, man. Lakou.
A situation occurred, so we had to.
Yeah, we have one Lakou.
So we had to have that one big Lakou.
One Lakou.
And the Lakou would end, I think, by
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Yeah, it would have ended
by 6 o'clock.
People were getting mad about that. And it became a political talking point for a number of years.
4 to 6.
4 to 6, 2 hours. And the just had a point, You cannot just go and clean Roseau and come back and dirty Roseau.
Yeah, man.
So instead of dating wrong Roseau, you dated one place.
One area.
One area. And that was by her home. So you dated by her office. Her office on Cork Street and Old Street there. That's where we had our Lakou. And at 6 o'clock,
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Children merely.
And as I said, it became a talking point. In that process of that talking point, we saw even Parliament itself changed, where we moved from parliamentarians having to talk how long they wish to saying that ministers of government to speak for 1 hour.
Yeah, minister will speak for 1 hour.
Perhaps
30 minutes.
People who are not ministers of government to speak for 30 minutes.
Right.
And if you want an extension, you have to ask for the extension.
You know why?
Because of Michael Douglas?
Michael Douglas will speak for 3 days.
No, we didn't. I didn't bring that point up for us to have a discussion or anything.
Just telling you.
I only brought it up because of the changes that we're talking about.
Right.
And I spoke about Parliament itself.
Right. Not only that, in terms of that control, that you had to be edited first.
So the Parliament would have taken place for persons who may not be aware.
Yeah.
Parliament would take place. It was not live.
No.
I want you to know that. It was recorded. And Parry Bellot had to do the editing of the Parliament. I want us to remember that. But the Hansard is there to prove what was said.
What we're saying is true.
So the type, you would have Mary Davis Player then at the time was the Speaker of the House.
Right.
So there would be stenotypists,
Right.
who would type the recording of the minutes, of the proceedings, and Parry Bellot would have taken the thing, edit it, and then bring it to DBS Radio
for play.
And DBS Radio would at 7 o'clock in the night play it. So there was nothing that we got live.
No live.
So I just want people to know that, as a matter of fact, it was live prior to Freedom Party coming into power. And that's just historical. Historical.
Put the culture.
And then the culture aspect of it, in terms of Mr. Libla making the national men outfit, the shirt jack, as the national outfit. So guys would go to Parliament in their shirt jack. So we still saw, even when the Freedom Party changed the rule to jacket and tie and so on, we still saw both Ron Green and Mr.
James.
No.
James didn't have shirt jack?
It was Ron Green and Mr. Rosa Central. Norris Prevost.
With his shirt jack.
Norris Prevost with his shirt jack.
You ever saw Norris Prevost in coat and tie in Parliament?
I never saw him. No, never. I tell you, Norris Prevost always made himself present. Yes, but he was always with his shirt jack.
He still wears his shirt jack?
Yes, he still does.
He's the man he's the man I notice. An elderly man like him still wearing his shirt jack. I never see him in three-piece. He's a shirt jack man. Up to a couple of days ago, I saw him with a shirt jack.
Norris Prevost loves his shirt jack.
He have a white shirt jack.
And that's that's our national wear.
Yeah.
It was the shirt jack, black pants, and our. So I think I would like to call on the chief cultural officer for next year. Tell us to wear the shirt jack. Make available for us to purchase shirt jack. Because I think next year I'm going to ask to as a matter of fact, I should say, I made a shirt jack to be worn tomorrow.
Where?
At the.
They'll put you out, man.
No, by the way, it's 12 o'clock. No, tomorrow is the 4th of November, and we have to go to the winter bath.
You go in there with your shirt jack?
My shirt jack, my brother. If you see my shirt jack, it's a shirt jack. I maintain Libla's tradition.
You're going with your shirt jack?
With my shirt jack tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll see me with my shirt jack.
Oh,
you'll see my splendid
white one, or
white with some Creole in it.
With Creole.
When you see it, don't ask me the price. Don't ask me the price. So Dominica, it's 4 minutes after midnight. Happy birthday to Dominica.
Happy birthday, Dominica.
And you can call Dominicans wherever you are.
We have another half an hour. Yeah.
Another half an hour. You can call and you can wish your country, Dominica. Edwina London said, congratulations, Mr. Joseph. Historian, very interesting program. Another person said, Norris and Mr. Banis. Oh, yes, Mr. Banis.
Which
from St. Joseph, from Castle Bruce.
Oh, Silver Fox.
Silver Fox. I'm seeing him with his blue shirt jack.
His shirt jack.
He always has a blue shirt jack. Yes, you're right, sir. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So you can call now and to wish happy birthday to Dominica.
Yeah, right.
We are now 47 years
of independence.
3 years away from 50.
50 years, yeah.
And let's go to the telephone. Good morning to you.
Yes, President.
Yes, you're the first.
Me again. Let me be the first to congratulate my country, Dominica, on the 47th anniversary of their independence. Well deserved. I listened to most of the activities in preparation for this day tomorrow. I want to wish the government and the people of Dominica a happy 47th anniversary of independence. Still, talking about shirt jack, don't forget Mr. Southeast, Mr. Hesketh Alexander.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
He was one of the ministers who always used to wear his shirt jack. And his funny haircut.
Under the Freedom Party days. In Parliament, under the Freedom Party days.
He's funny. He's
Funny
funny.
haircut. Here the universe.
Our partner in Laos.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway.
thanks.
He always
Thank
like his
you.
wrongs.
Yeah. Well, just want to say to our Lakou listeners, well, we'll be back to next week Sunday again. Next week Sunday, we'll be having our guest. I think it will be Jolly. Just want to inform you of Jolly from Grand Bay. So you better stay tuned and be on your podcast next week Sunday for Jolly.
We have a
All
caller.
right, Sandra, let's go to the caller quickly. Good morning to you, caller. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning. I would like to say Happy Independence Day to Dominica and all its residents and the government of Dominica and the Prime Minister and the President. And this is coming out from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of Independence Day.
Thank you.
Have a good morning.
All right, yes. I just want to say Sandra Sayer said happy birthday, Dominica. And Brenda Alexander say happy Independence anniversary, gentlemen. Same to you. Kenrick Larocque says happy birthday, Dominica. Edwina London said happy birthday, happy 47th anniversary to my homeland, Dominica. And Savre, Rosalind Savre McLean says congratulations on a vibrant, informative program. Happy Independence, Dominica. Edwina London. Happy 54th anniversary DBS Radio. Thank you very much. And Sandra Sayer said happy birthday, Dominica. God bless. May God bless my people. And don't matter where I go, I will come back home. Just really want to say happy birthday to Dominica.
Well, Cecil, we'll just say happy birthday. As you know, it's after 12. So we just give the opportunity for Dominicans to say the happy birthday to the country.
We have gone through a lot.
Yeah.
And the period of being an independent state, we have had two major hurricanes.
Right.
One in 79,
Right.
in 1979, and the other one in 2017. We have found ourselves as a people to be resilient.
Very resilient.
We are cordial, loving, and kind. Also, Dominica has done quite a lot for other Caribbean countries. Even during COVID, we find ourselves. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to make that point. In Mr. Leblanc's speech, he made a very important point in terms of integration, in terms of saying that the Caribbean, Dominica cannot do it alone. In recent times, I noticed that there are certain Caribbean countries that are thinking in terms of free movement of their people. And he was always an advocate for Caribbean integration. He even talked about the Grenada Declaration, whereby a lot of Eastern Caribbean countries were thinking of forming the little eight.
Yes.
So integration has always been on his mind. And
He was part of the integration in 58.
58. So there's still that move, and I noticed that there is a move also to get more travel between Caribbean states. And that is a very important point that I think we need to take into the future.
I think we have to now start looking at the ferry to get to Trinidad. So Trinidad, Dominica, Trinidad, St. Lucia, Trinidad, Grenada. I think we need to do all of these
more
things.
Expansion.
And more expansion in terms of movement of people. Someone says, Brain, if you remember who was the first independent Calypso king. Boy, people haven't
the first Calypso independence king wasn't the guy from Viacas, no?
Nope.
Picky?
Yes, Picky.
Oh, Picky.
How could you forget that?
How could I forget? You see, they are in the common entrance.
Don't let Picky. Don't
Picky,
ever
man.
let
Picky.
Don't ever let Picky be on you, eh?
Yeah, because he holds that. I think the show was done where? In the
Winter Park.
In the Winter Park.
Yeah, at the court.
At the court, yeah.
Yes.
Picky, yeah.
Yes. No, David Hector says, happy birthday to my beautiful island, Dominica. Where he is now, it is 11 o'clock. He's in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
So in America, it's 1 hour behind. Rennick Thomas, I know that you're watching. The person realized you couldn't answer. The person said King Picky. We had that locked down already.
We are locked down already, man.
So Dominica, we are proud people.
Right.
We have done quite a lot for ourselves. We don't have a big population.
Mm-hmm.
We have found since I am a boy growing up, I know Dominica has a population of 70,000 as a
Right.
boy in 1970.
Right.
As a boy, when they gave us, when we had this atlas. You remember this atlas?
Yeah, the Callings Atlas.
Green.
The Green Callings Atlas.
And you had inside that calling atlas countries, cities,
Population.
tongues, and population
Right.
and size.
And you also had your student companion
And a student companion.
would tell you that as
Yes. Josephine John Lewis says happy birthday Dominica and happy anniversary DBS. Thank you very much. And in that atlas, it would tell you that Dominica had 70,000.
well. Mm-hmm.
It always said that St. Lucia had 100,000.
100,000.
It always said St. Lucia had 100,000.
Right.
Dominica always had 70,000.
70,000.
Antigua had 100,000.
Antigua had that's
That's way back in 1970. Yeah?
St. Vincent had 100,000.
St. Vincent
110.
had 110.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, if we go back and get this
Come on,
atlas,
oh yes.
we will see that.
Right.
You know?
Square miles 29.85.
Yes. At that time, no. One time they said Dominica was 305 square miles.
305 square miles.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right.
Dominica's
365 rivers.
365 rivers.
Right.
You know? So you had Jamaica, you had Guyana,
Right.
Jamaica, Trinidad, Dominica. Dominica was always fourth
And we
English-speaking
also,
country.
Mont Diablo, 4,000.
And 4,447.
4,747 feet.
So the atlas used to give you that like
Yeah.
a tower. They used to give you the prime ministers.
Yeah, the prime
They used
minister.
to give you the prime ministers in the
Right.
atlas. In
Yeah,
the atlas.
right.
At the back of the atlas.
Right.
So you used to have John Compton,
John
St. Lucia,
Compton, yes.
Milton Cato,
Yeah,
St.
yeah.
Vincent. In Jamaica, you had Bradshaw.
Bradshaw. No.
No.
Bustamante.
No, Where
you
I'm
had?
trying to remember the name. But that one is gone. Robert Bradshaw in St. Kitts. St. Kitts.
Yeah.
We used to have Grenada, Eric Williams.
Eric Gary.
Eric Gary. Trinidad was Eric Williams. Barbados was the father of Tom Adams.
Yeah.
And
We had quite a number.
and in Guyana we had Bernard Shaw.
Forbes Burnham.
Forbes Burnham.
Yeah.
You know, so those things, and we used to have to say that every
day.
Friday.
And nowadays, that mandated now
Yes.
in the new school curriculum
Yes.
has been mandated civics. Now, civics will talk all about the leaders,
Yes.
the environment,
Yes.
how is the climate there? Is it hot and wet, whatever it is, the type of crops you grow, your imports, your exports. So
I want to-
civics going to be
I want to correct that. I want to correct that person. Read Joseph. He said in the 70s, Dominica had a higher population of people than Antigua. Sapavwe. Sapavwe.
That's not true. Don't
we
mislead.
must look for that green atlas.
We must get the green atlas.
We must get that green atlas.
Right.
If anyone has that green atlas, try to bring it for me,
Yeah,
please.
we need one.
We need one.
But one of the things I'm saying, Cecil, going forward in terms of our independence, with the arrival
Of the,
of the international airport,
we need more people.
we will definitely we will see more movements. So that is one that I'm looking forward to. And the aerial tramp also I'm looking forward to. So maybe at the end, when we reach our 50th anniversary, when we reach our 50th anniversary, we should see all those major projects.
Our 50th anniversary, our airport will be functional.
Our 50th anniversary.
Our marina will be functional.
For
Our
50
geothermal will be kicking. Just imagine 50
years of our independence with our
And
silver jubilee.
And there are some countries, right? There are some countries that would have celebrated 50 years and would not have had all of that success
Yeah,
that
but
we
in
had.
50th anniversary,
You
I
know?
expect to see all those, weather permitting, no storms, nothing, to be operational. So we'll have a great silver jubilee.
So someone says, hello, today is Independence Day, not grade 6 exams. We know that. But we are helping the grade 6 exam students.
We're helping
You know,
them.
we have to help them. You know, we have to
Yeah,
give
we
them
help
that,
them, yeah.
that knowledge of
Of
things gone by.
yes.
You know, so that they too will remember those things.
If you do not know your history,
You know the people.
the people.
Yeah.
And we just celebrated one of the great events in terms of Dominica. There was a lecture there on, you remember who? Marcus Garvey.
Oh yes. I didn't have a chance to
Marcus Garvey told you, if you do not know your history,
You want to know.
you will not know your future.
Yeah, I would know your future.
So Marcus Garvey told us that. And so we have to begin to understand that it's important to document our history, to remind our people where we were, where we are, and where we intend to go.
And as we're saying that, talking about that atlas, it said to us that in Jamaica was bauxite.
Yes, that's
In
right.
Trinidad was oil.
Oil.
In St. Vincent was bananas.
No,
Dominica-
St. Vincent was arrowroot.
No, St. Vincent was arrow. That's correct.
Grenada,
was
nutmeg.
nutmeg. Dominica was bananas.
Bananas,
St. Lucia,
limes.
St. Lucia was banana. No, Dominica was banana and limes.
Limes,
correct.
yeah.
St. Lucia was bananas.
Yeah,
Antigua was cane.
was cane.
Barbados, sugar cane they call it.
Yeah, sugar cane.
Barbados was
sugar
sugar
cane.
cane. Yes,
That's right.
So
The
remember,
Guyana, bauxite, sugar cane,
bauxite and sugar cane.
and lumber.
Yes,
wood.
Yes, I remember that.
Jamaica was the land of wood and water.
No, Jamaica was bauxite
Right. And we also say the land of wood and water.
Yeah.
Right. So people must go back to those.
Yes.
Well, civics will bring it to you.
Yes.
The national curriculum is encouraging. As you know, there is going to be what is known as the national curriculum in terms of what we call, the name is not coming to me, in terms of new methods of education in transforming the curriculum. So, Seth, let me wish you all the best for your independence.
Someone asked me if I can remember the independent queen. Boy,
Who's the independent queen?
why I want to know it.
You mean in terms of, not Madame Orb? No.
No, man, independent. Not Madam Mob. You did not charge but Madam Mob.
So we had an independence queen as well?
Yes, remember that queen. Remember
Yeah,
that
Calypso
Calypso, that Calypso and that queen show,
Okay.
in those periods. I can't remember for sure who was the. So
Independent.
Sandra Sayer, help me, was the independent queen.
Right.
And someone said, I never knew about 1971 Dominica celebrate National Day. Oh yes, my brother, we didn't celebrate, we didn't start that only in 78,
Yeah.
1971, 1967, we became an associate
state,
statehood.
yeah.
And we had National Day on the 4th of November.
Yes.
The 4th of November was always National Day.
National Day.
So even in 1967, we had National Day.
Okay.
All right. We know who wrote our national anthem.
Yes.
Our national song.
So who did it design
and
it?
so on.
By the way,
Mhm.
let me say that we are seeing all different versions of the national flag. Sometimes I see the Cicero standing still. Then I see the Cicero upside down. Then I see all kind of different colors with the national flag. We must really begin to look at the way we present the national flag.
Someone tell me Mona John Lewis. Yes, from Granby. She was working at the Royal Bank. Oh my God! You see, as soon as the person gave me the answer, I remember the person right away. Mona John Lewis. She was working at the Royal Bank, and she was from Granby. Tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
Someone asked how the coat of arms came about, or how the coat of arms come into play.
Well, that will be taught in civics, eh?
Well, that's for the civics teachers and them to do it.
Yeah, that's for them to. That's for them to put their curriculum together.
Yes.
And tell us a lot about our
I suspect
national symbols.
I suspect they might call us to talk about the national symbols.
Right, the national symbols. The Après bon Dieu, c'est la terre. After God is the earth. Our national flag, written by, drawn by Alwyn Bully, and those things. So that all that. You know that Mr. Clarence Senior also told us about remembering your national symbol. By the way, we have a caller.
Okay, let's take a caller quickly. Good evening. Good morning, sorry. Good morning. Good morning, caller. Sorry about that. You have to call us back. Yeah, so all about the national and all about the national symbols.
Yeah, the national
because if you realize now, the ministry, and again that came from the Freedom Party period.
Look, we have the caller.
They gave us the national. They gave us national symbols. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes. So, sir,
Yes, sir.
the first Dominica national queen, Miss Mona John Lewis. Do you know that she was the only Dominican who have already represented and taken part in the Miss World competition?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, Mona John Lewis. She lives in the Virgin Islands now.
Okay.
She had also, yes. When she became Miss Independence, she also took part in the Miss World competition.
Good history.
Yep.
Good history.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. See the importance of the Lakou program?
Wow.
And I can understand now why so many people I met from the diaspora, from the time they heard me speak, they said, "You are Cecil Joseph?" Yes.
So
Man, I love this program.
we have never had another person into the Miss World then, after that presentation by that girl. Anyway, it's very important to note that your national symbols are very important in terms of, recognizing. And people must understand that they must not prostitute the flag.
Boy, that is a discussion that we need to have.
Yeah, we have to have a discussion.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have a number of people, because it was said that wherever the flag is placed at night, you must have lights on the flag.
You must have lights. And the flag must not touch the ground.
That can be treason.
You cannot have the national flag as a rug.
No. You can have it as a BAFTA wheel.
You cannot have the national flag as your underwear.
Boy, and those days that is changing. Is it
So
pride,
I don't know.
Is it pride of people?
I don't know.
We have seen the other Caribbean countries doing it, and we forget this solemnity of our own
the
flag.
national flag. So that is for that's for the civics teachers.
That's for the civics teachers, and that's for the authorities.
That's authorities.
That's not for us.
To really help us.
But it's good to have a discussion on that.
Yeah, the national symbols.
Because right now we're seeing shirts, t-shirts, hats,
and the national flag cannot be flown in the night.
Well, boy. Some of those rules have to break with.
The flag has to be taken down
at 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock.
No, but if it's up, you have to have light on it. If it's up, it has to have light.
So you have to have lights as if it's daylight.
Yeah, you have to have lights on.
But you cannot have it in darkness.
I think we need to get the rules, the
rules governing
governing the flag.
The flag.
I think our flag it's tough.
You know.
I mean, you anytime you have a flag and it has a small hole, you have to take it down.
You have to take it down. You cannot have your flag in a state. It has to be.
Yeah.
Always well presented.
And so there are some places I've been to and I've seen our flags
with holes,
really ugly.
Right.
In terms of it's
to be supposed to be shining.
So I think we need to do that.
Right. So very interesting.
So someone says these folks on parades wave the flags and flags touch the ground. This must be corrected.
Yeah, you cannot drag your flag.
So we see earlier on when we had the festival, I was about to say, and I decided not to say it.
Right.
I was about to say that we need more Dominicans to carry the flags at the festival. It's a good thing I didn't, because here it is. I'll be speaking hot and cold. Why was the Dominican flag raised in the night? It had light, my brother.
It had lights.
There was light on it. There was light on it.
There was lights on it.
If you go
to
back
take
in
down
time,
the Union Jack.
When you take down the Union Jack, when you put up our flag, it had lights on it.
It had lights on it.
I can tell you that much.
I saw it.
I was there.
It had
no one told me. I can tell you, there was light on it.
There was lights on it.
And so our Lakou program tonight was pretty interesting. We gave people the opportunity to see, just wish Dominica happy birthday.
Yeah.
We got quite a lot on social media.
Yeah.
And I really want to say to our leaders, thank you for taking care of our beautiful country.
Right.
Doesn't matter what side of the fence that you are. You're Dominican today, and we are celebrating 47 with project and purpose.
And purpose.
And let's ensure
47 years of progress.
Progress and purpose. So let's ensure
that progress that we're talking about continues. We've seen the international airport being built. In terms of the progress, we've seen the marina being constructed. Right.
That's progress.
That's progress.
We are seeing the geothermal soon. It will be. It should be commissioned next month.
Right.
That is progress. Someone said, I think the police force should something a flag besides the national flag. I'm not so sure what the person is trying to say.
Let me just say before we end.
Yes.
I'm just going to highlight 3 points that the president made, which I found very interesting from her independence message. From Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, DAH President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, on the occasion of the 47th anniversary of Dominica's independence, 3rd November 2025. These are 3 points she makes. If we are to truly fulfill the promise of our independence, we must adopt a collective attitude of 1. Active citizenship, where each Dominicans understand their role in nation building, not just in times of crisis, but in the everyday choices that we make. 2. Unity of purpose, where we put aside division and stand together for the good of our country. And 3. Hopeful determination, where we are approach challenges not with despair, but with creativity, courage, and confidence. Those are the 3 main points she raised in her independence message. On the occasion of the 47th anniversary of Dominica's independence, with the theme 47 Years of Progress and Purpose. Cecil, thank you very much for having me tonight. I think we have made our point, and so we have to move on.
And I just want to say thank you very much yourself. It's important that we recognize, our beautiful country, Dominica. Not too many countries are actually celebrating like the way we do. And not too many radio stations would celebrate the way that we are celebrating.
Right.
To give the necessary information for generations who are for the generation who are here and generation who would have missed what we saw. It was important to give them that information and that history so that they can continue going along with that legacy. Of knowing what Dominica was.
Thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you so very much, and wherever you are, continue celebrating our birth. Tomorrow, I should say later today, we'll be having at 5 o'clock. You can sit still because you're on the camera. Later today at 5 o'clock, we'll be having the Prime Minister giving his national address along with the National Parade. And on Tuesday we'll be having the the Community Day of Service. We hope that every community every person in the community can go out and give some kind of service to the community.
Today as well, we'll be seeing the highest award being bestowed posthumously on the former Prime Minister, Mr. Rosie Douglas and Pierre Charles. And a number of Dominicans will also receive meritorious awards and other awards.
Yes.
So today will be a day for great celebration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.